of national mobilization in collaboration with UNICEF.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosaint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosaint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but they've been too expensive. I pass in on my way to work, and then boom, I see courts of motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased 2 bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon, this is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever. My name is Storyboy Nick, and I live to ride my AKT.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosaint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosaint General Insurance Company.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in store for details.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Discover New Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in store for details.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosaint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and
Some below, so I'm by the fast. I can't anything at all. Me, you want me free fox. Yeah, the world, my dog, that not at all. Life too hard, my do it before my gun. My playing part. Remember days, my love, my years, stuck in the dirty ways. Now I take the talk from nobody, my love, my years. I on a daily basis, mount of school, my change. Misunderstanding, but me stop trying for children. But I just want be great. But the one born for great shooting star, me active, not lazy. Man, never fear, cause nothing know if my catch no kid. Then no is not gonna make that clear. You my God, you for me. Me and you blessing me forever shine. Me, you my God, only thing me say is make me put my life on the line. Maybe if I'm mother my general, know you do I love you. I gotta say the most loyal in the gang. If to me get out to the place, me go out. I can't break the door, but I'm not for worry about nothing. Said clear, now look for feel, me feel too much. That time, man, till they not give up, man, I can't stop for life. No shame, me grow me rough. Me and blessing
jump out fresh pan the tar. Rich the pen pan the star. Pan the seat from me enter my car. Foot around me from me enter the bar. And anyone venture my dog. Slam pam pam venture the star. Just done expel galley. Mama, she sent I'm a candy. That's me every day. Fat beast pan man, beef na my brain. That beach not spend. I could be at leap on the lane. Not the fire, not the rain. Don't know what I on your face. She sing like fire on the base, girl, like that child you are. Pan up, your brace, girl, you can't go tie that guy, I'm in a lace. Feel me a tour and a tour London. Just fuck a skull on the 411. Just she all bang bang. Boy lang. She no like work up, she sport pan. Inspire me for sing more gal songs. And grab up down, you down like man grab rope on. Let me give me a feature, me no parliament, no Peter, me just load up. Tell them no senoritas, I come on them expensive, but the polo gangs is cheaper. Me just link up Angelica and Felicia and Teresa. Chat the bodies like a preacher, ever with a visa shit. Flash up them a teaser, rice now for them. Feel your collect up them a easier. Tell the Phyllis if you relax him up, pants you. That's me every day. Fat piece for the man, beef from my brain. That means not spend. I could be at leap on the lane, not the fire, not the rain. Oh no, for tired on your face. She sing like quiet on the bass, girl, like a child. Pan up, your brace, girl, you can't go tie that guy, I'm in a lace.
Tell me why me, oh Lord. Tell me why me, oh God. Tell me why me feel friends God now. The amount I love ones last year. Oh, why me, oh God.
Boom 1069.
Why me, oh Lord. Just want to sit down and ball. Tell me why me, oh Lord. No, me not innocent. People are going like the perfect light. Them life is all magnificent. Touch you, they make me in a heaven. But me wanna make me a me wanna call you for we rent. But you know use flow and how did you sell? You say if you give them me just a me heart. But me heart to the break if me give them. From hurt me wanna leave. Me can't trust the people who fi protect me. If me can't trust nobody, me call family. Me can't go to church, cause me can't trust a peace. Me heart want deal. You say when them interfere on the other cheek, and you make that well, so you know me can't weak. Me defense I fi defend and a ball up on a field. Tell me why me, oh Lord. Tell me why me, oh God. Tell me where me feel friends God now. The amount I love ones last year. Oh, why me, oh God. Oh, why me, oh Lord. Just want to sit down and ball. Tell me why me, oh Lord.
Boom 1069.
Yeah. Tuesday morning edition of OMG for you. Am I hearing myself or is it me? DJ Shady inside with us this morning. Shady morning.
Morning, bad man.
I said something hollow. I don't know why. Yeah. Say good morning again. Morning, bad man. All right, okay, cool. Yeah, you're bringing it up from your belly this morning. You're sounding like if you mean it this morning. You're well rested and everything ready and copacetic and ready to go this morning. Yeah. And listen, yesterday morning, let me start by apologizing for having some technical problems since Sunday night into yesterday. We've been having some transmission problem where the transmitter been cutting out and coming back in, going off, coming back in, so we didn't thought that would have been acceptable listening pleasure for you. So we decided to just do some maintenance work and get it sorted out and get it fixed one time, because in and out. Every five minutes drop out. I wonder what the hell is Shady doing? What are you doing? Anyway, let me just leave that right there. I'm not gonna even think. Yeah. So we decided to just, let's just get it fixed, sorted out, and for your listening pleasure and delight. So that's what happened yesterday morning. But hey, guess what? We're here this morning, and we're here to stay this morning with you. Good morning to you. Mary, good morning to you, darling. Yes, good morning, darling. Bernadette Ryan Phillips, good morning to you, my dear. Bernadette saying good morning to my Boom OMG family. Yes, it's Tuesday, blessed Tuesday. Well, we used to have something we call Tuesday. What's it called Tuesday? We don't give two damn. No, that's Wednesday. That's Wednesday. Take it to hell of them. No, that's Thursday. No, Thursday's back in our Thursday. Take it to hell to them on a Tuesday. That's what we do on a Tuesday morning. So expect that this morning. We're gonna take it to hell to them this morning. All right. Glenda McIntosh, good morning to you. How are you? Yeah. Anjanella Stowe Edwards, good morning to you. Sancho, good morning to you. Only the rest of you. Yeah, line up. Julia, good morning to you. Line up and coming. We got a lot to talk to you and to tell you about this morning. We got a guest who will be joining us this morning. He should have been here at 7:15. It's now 7:20 and he's not here. Yeah, that's not good. All right. Will be joining us. He's got an interesting story to tell. And trust me, you're going to want to hear his story this morning. A very interesting story he's got to tell. All right. So don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Winston, morning, buddy. Don't keep it to yourself this morning. Remember, like and share, please. Share it. That's all I ask of you. All right. Besides listening, just share it. Just press that share button. All right, please. Do that for me, please. Yeah, Winston, do that for me, buddy. Juliet, good morning to Mary. I would have to tell Mary to do that. Yeah. Bernadette, I know you sharing already. Yeah. Anjanella, share for me, please, darling. Please share. Glenda, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that for me this morning? Share it. All right, let's get it going this morning. All right. So we got a special guest who's got a special story, and not special in good, special in bad. Horrible, terrible story to tell this morning. Once he said, should have been here already. When I say terrible, I mean as worse as it can get this morning. You'll hear all about it this morning. Say boom, Shady. Say boom. No, I don't want you to say boom. You know what I mean when I say to say boom. Yeah? Jesus. Here we go. We're gonna be here till 10 o'clock for him to say boom. Come on, let's go. I'll just stand here and wait for him to say boom. So we got all that and so much more this morning. This morning we have coming up at 7:45. We got our council joining us, Jomo Thomas. Mr. Weeks may, if he's available, join us, because normally when we don't do Mondays, Monday's a bank public holiday or there's something happen on the Monday that he can't join us, that we try to get him in on a Tuesday morning. So I'll reach out to him and see if he is available to join us this morning. Yeah, so expect that this morning. And Dr. Richards at 9:45. In between the best music, the best conversation, the best of everything, because we're taking it to hell to them on a Tuesday morning. Winston, shady thing for me now, buddy. Shady thing now. Come now, Winston. Jeffrey, shady thing now, buddy. Don't just say boom, Jeffrey. Share it up, buddy. Share it up, Jeffrey. Share it up. Share it up. We got a lot to talk about this morning. Like I said, we got a guest coming in with a very interesting story to tell this morning. It's gonna make you, well, what do I say? Let me just leave it alone, all right, until he gets here this morning. Hopefully, he should have been here already. Hopefully, he is on his way here and not too far away from here, so we can get that going this morning, all right? So in the meantime, let me remind you that Max Pizza and Kitchen Beckway introduces Vinci Pizza delivery every Friday. How you do it? You place your orders by 10 p.m. on Thursday via call or WhatsApp at 528-1854 or 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. or restaurant at 458-3474 between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. All orders will be delivered by a Max representative the following Friday at the wharf for 5:30 p.m. upon the arrival of the Beckway Express. No, not because it said you have to place your order by Thursday, mean that you do it on Thursday. So you can place your orders like today, like from today. All right, start placing your orders from today. Okay, you have until Friday the latest to place your orders to get that Vinci Pizza delivery. Yeah, so make sure you do that. All right, hey, come on home to Coates and get ready cash with a loan that we all need right now. We all need to get some money. Get a loan of up to $20,000 and get Carnival ready with flexible payment terms, hassle-free service, and fast approval. Yeah, all that and more at Coates. So what do? You take your ID, your proof of address, your pay slip, job letter, and 2 references. Apply to ready for that. Well, we are out of the Carnival season by now, so in case we don't need that, or you want to, maybe you might need that to go to Trent. St. Lucia is having their Carnival Tuesday today. Grenada is up next, so maybe you might need your Carnival money to travel to those islands. But hey, guess what? You can wear your designer brands like a boss with style at Coates. Only at Coates Optical. Shop with Ready Finance and pay no money for 90 days. You have to pay a cent for 2 months. No more than 2 months. 3 months. Yeah. Make your appointment today online at coatesoptical.com and ask them about their free eye exams and blue block. Of course, terms and conditions do apply. Coates Optical, value you can see. Hope you saw what I did there. Value you can see. Good morning to my buddy Woodsy. Woodsy, who's in SVG? Yeah, buddy. Remember this Friday night, all the roads leads to Woodsy's Bar and Grill in Brooklyn, New York City. Yeah, for the big Friday night karaoke with the Karaoke King Hills Costello will be in the house every Friday night at Woodsy's. Make sure you check it out. Yeah, make sure you check it out. And of course, if you're looking for somewhere that is a nice, clean, mature environment to go and hang out or to have something and have a drink, try Woodsy's. And while you there, ask for their famous Rasta Pasta. Get their famous wings, the honey barbecue, buffalo, or spicy. While you're there, this is the drink that you ask for. The Vinci Sunset. Vinci Nice, or the Rum Jumbie, which is coming soon. Woodsy boy. Woodsy boy. We're talking about Woodsy during the course of the morning, yeah? As we go along. So, tell you what we're going to do now, I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, we should have some more information about our guest, where he is. So if he is in the building already, I'm not sure. We're going to check all that out and come back right here on OMG in the morning. Remember, a special guest will be with us this morning who's got a very interesting story to tell. You don't want to miss this. It's going to make your blood all that and more. So let's do this and come right back. Yeah? Why don't we do this and come back?
This is Locally Made. My name is Jillian Crookshank. Join us on IKTV channel 112, where we premiere and air Locally Made, a program featuring locally made produce right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We'll show you how it's made and how it is done. Remember, every Thursday, 8 p.m. on IKTV channel 112. too.
Sign up now and get a free Chromebook laptop. Add a new postpaid plan and get
Hi,
half
my
off
name is
that
Sharon
bill.
Roberts. I am a graduate of the University of the West Indies Open Campus in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Well, my journey at Open Campus was a challenging learning experience. However, it's had a meaningful impact in that I was able to further develop myself as an individual with regards to learning how to balance and prioritize everyday life situations, social life, along with academics. I would encourage prospective students to study at the Open Campus. For one, it is very flexible. It allows you to have a full-time job, work, while engaging with your family and also pursuing your dream. Two, it is affordable as compared to other universities. And three, the quality of work. It provides first-class education, which allows you to compete on a global scale.
Radar, active infrared beams, and
Isn't
emergency
it good to
alarm
know
system.
that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentions that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
And you know what that means. Time for the Players Youth Academy Summer Basketball.
Hard work, fueled by the love of what we do and the work.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Get it up to your inner move, stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
Bull 1069.
Ram sweet, don't let me if I'm dreaming. Ram sweet, don't let me. All who don't let me be that good walk away. And all who watching me they could walk away. All who have something to say they could walk away. All who don't like me they could walk away. Fill up my drink and just walk away. Pressure, a while, like when I'm in my leg. I go cry if I don't get me wrong for sure. Next thing you know, they call me name on the radio. They put me name in the group chat, but that is the man done. I don't get up. They follow me money, but as long as not in the head. They say too much, one thing will kill you, so what? Leave me limit dead. I don't give up. I don't ever get it on as long as one in the head. Whoa, they say too much, one thing will kill you, so what? Everybody have a dead. Don't fuck it, don't
girl, you try it. Rum sweet, rum sweet. Don't wake me if I'm dreaming. Rum sweet, rum sweet. Don't wake me. All who don't like me be get a good walk away. And all who watching me they could walk away. Walk away. All who have something to say they could walk away. All who don't like me, they could walk away. Fill up me drink and just walk away.
Roman is all I want for the carnival. Carnival.
It's Carnival Tuesday in St. Lucia this morning.
Don't tell me about going home. I'm telling you no. All I want is Roman for the carnival. Carnival. All I hear is left, right, the government boots. I ain't taking no lock up for the carnival. All I hear is left, right, the government boots. I ain't taking no lock up. I ain't missing carnival.
If you tell yourself I'm missing carnival, you lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself I'm not drinking rum, you lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself I'm not going to get on board, you lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself I'm not jamming no girl, you lie, you tell a lie. Because when I reach in the party, I sure to jam up on somebody, on somebody. Because when I reach in the fest, I just carry on with me family, with me family. I come out to play a mass, a mass, a mass, a mass. Do bother me. I come out to play a mass, a serious piece of mass, full of company. If you tell yourself I'm not in every fest, you lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself I'm not going Juve, you lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself I'm not chopping up in a van, you lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself I'm not winding up on a girl, you lie, you tell a lie. Because when I reach in the party, I sure to jam up on somebody, on somebody. Because when I reach in the fest, I just carry on with me family, with me family. I come out to play a mass, a mass, a mass, a mass. Do bother me. I come out to play a mass, a serious piece of mass, full of company.
Shit it.
Big bumpers rolling behind the truck. Every man got bad and walk. Big bumpers rolling behind the truck. Every man got bad and walk. Big bumpers rolling behind the truck. Behind the truck, got bad and walk. Big bumpers rolling behind the truck. Every man got bad and walk. Walk behind the truck. Walk. Every man got bad and walk. Walk behind the truck. Walk. Every man got bad and walk. We playing a dirty mass, dirty. Ending up in a dirty mass, dirty. Getting out in a dirty mass, dirty. Jumping up in a dirty mass, dirty mass. Every fete I go mash up when we touch the crowd balling, just muscly. Sexy ladies, they love us, we don't want no fighting and no fuss. Oh, put some rum inside my cup if you're one man, might put your hands up. This is carnival, baby, walk up. We playing a dirty mass, dirty. Winding up in a dirty mass, dirty. Getting out in a dirty.
So what are some of the issues trending this morning?
Dirty mass, dirty.
NIS seems to be one of the big ones. In the first sitting in the House of Parliament in its temporary location, it was quite an interesting one. My gosh. You guys had a chance to? Did you check? What shit? I'm gonna ask you that. I wouldn't even ask you. I wouldn't even ask you that. You know, it was quite an interesting one. We had the naming of a new senator, Ms. Brown, who is now senator with responsibilities for all of the ministries or portfolios that the Honorable Senator Julian Francis had, with the exception of airport. So it would be seaport, this, that. She won't be carrying airports. That will be the Prime Minister. So that's an interesting one. So that was one of the issues that came out of the House of Parliament. But the one that's got Vincentians talking is the issue with our NIS. The age before you can get your pension and the increase. I tell you, we'll get into some of that this morning as well. Council will be coming up soon, so let's see if he's gonna touch on any of that.
So make you think I know about it.
What?
About the 15%.
No, I didn't ask you. But I didn't ask you. I asked you if you followed what took place in the House of Parliament. So you know about the 15%. Okay, what's your take on the 15% increase? As a good Labour comrade, what do you think about the 15% increase?
Well, who will want an increase on anything right now?
Okay, so it's a bad move. And what do you think about the age you got to reach before you can start getting your NIS returns, your pension, and your this and your that? What do you think about that?
Yeah, you wait real long before you could get your. That's real long.
And retirement age would be what?
60, 67?
No, normal. What age do you think you'll be working until you're 67?
I will want to.
You will want to. All right. Oh God, I tell you, boy, Vince is a place, boy. You know, yesterday I was thinking that I want to leave Earth and go and live on Mars. You know, I'm serious. I was thinking I want to leave Earth, or if I can't get to leave, and I had to make a choice, I want to leave St. Vincent and go and live on Mars. I really, you know, I kind of, I'm getting to that point. Ah, boy. I tell you. I tell you. We got Council coming up in a bit. Is he backstage yet? He'll be joining us in a bit. Let's see his take and all. Before I jump in, because today is Take It to Hell to them on a Tuesday, and I'm gonna do that. But I wanna, you know, I wanna stay calm for a reason today, for a specific reason today. You know, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to see if I can do that and don't end up like my partner Hamilton this morning. Hamilton, good morning to you, buddy. The last time you called, you said you were going to bring a lawyer for me. Good morning to you. You could still call me in a Hammer. I still love you, buddy. I love you and your lawyer and your lawyer. I love you, buddy. You know, I still love you, Hammer. So that would be interesting. Let's see how this goes this morning. Recently, we heard of a young lady. It was just before Carnival or during the Carnival season. A young lady from Dorsetshire Hill who was murdered. Was it during Carnival season, Shady?
I can't remember.
I mean, you can't remember. You must remember. Anyway, a beautiful young lady who was murdered. Let's say homicide. She was murdered. And, you know, someone said on our Facebook Live, well, they ain't even talking about that. But, you know, it's not that we don't want to talk about it. It is that we are getting so immune to this now. Yeah, Dorsetshire. We are hearing it so often now. You know. And I want us to look at the holistic approach to this thing, okay? As Dr. Richards would say, all right? It's no sense blaming the police. The police can't be everywhere at every time. We ain't got that much police, all right? We have to go back to where the family starts and the family circle and our values and just we just gotta do something, you know. Some of the horror stories I'm hearing, you know, I saw a discussion happening in my chat with a buggery case, and it just literally just crawled, my blood just moved, you know. And we gotta reset or something, you know. We seriously have to reset our belief system, our value system. Something's gotta happen. Something's gotta give. You know, we are at what, number 27 or 28 in terms of murders, number of murders so far. Last count was how much? Yeah. Oh yes, so we are 30. We are at 30, and we are in the month of July.
Just past half the year.
Yeah. Last year we had our record was 40 homicides last year. We are now at 30 murders, 30 homicides, and we are in the month of July. We're not even at the end of July yet. We got something's got to give. Something's just got to give, you know. Like I said, we've got an interesting guest that's going to come in this morning, and he's going to share a story about something that happened that you would find very interesting. Apparently he woke up late, but he's on his way to the studios right now as we speak, and he will be here very, very soon. But in the meantime, we should be having Council. Is he backstage as yet?
No.
Council?
Not yet.
He's not backstage as yet? Yeah. So Council should be coming in. So maybe what we should do is bring him in before we get going. We can do some commercials over in the meantime. Yeah. And let's bring them. Let's hear Council's take on all that's happening right now. You know, NIS increase in NIS payment. Is there an increase in the age that you've got to reach before you can start collecting all the years that you've been making these payments? The age of retirement, all this and so much more. We'll talk about that. Council is backstage. Shady, let's bring him in one time and let's go straight to him. Let's go, Shady. Yeah.
Plain talk. Plain talk with Jumo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All you talk now
on OMG.
Good morning to you, Council.
Good morning, Bim. Good morning, Shady. Most of all, good morning to you listeners. I want to pick up just a little on what happened in the Parliament, particularly the first sitting where we had a new clerk, we have a new deputy clerk, and the whole question, which I think was, I raised it in my column last week, and I saw in the session of Parliament on Thursday, the opposition leader also raised it, and it has to do with the constitutionality of the position of, the constitutionality having to do with the naming of Debbie Charles as the clerk of the House. And I think that the opposition leader, which took off on a point that I made in my column, was on point. And it had to do fundamentally with the issue of the law, the issue of the Constitution. And the Constitution clearly says, Section 35 says that the clerk should be a member of the public service. Debbie Charles, you will have to have a convoluted reading of the whatever we have to conclude that at the requisite time, Debbie Charles was a member of the public service. And interestingly, if you look at the response from the Prime Minister, as he's wont to do, he went political, saying that it was an attack on Debbie Charles rather than to deal with the very fundamental question of law, particularly constitutional law, because he could not touch it. So what he did instead was to say, oh, you know, and they have such a bad habit, they always do this. Oh, you know, NDP used to do this or NDP used to do that. And he mentioned the fact that under the NDP, people who had contested elections had become speaker. But the law, the constitutional law, does not speak to the who becomes the speaker. It speaks specifically as to who should become, or the kind of person who can become the clerk. And, you know, this is a bad habit that we see developing. But it hasn't, I mean, it's in full bloom now, because it is clear that Prime Minister Gonzalez has no regard for the law or for the Constitution, and that there are a whole series of instances that we can point to, Debbie Charles just being the most recent. And some people, sometimes when you say this, you know, people say it's an attack on Debbie, and certainly this is not an attack on Debbie at all. Debbie is a teacher of long standing. It is true that she got into politics, and nothing is wrong with that. All of us can aspire to higher elective office, but when you raise these issues, it is always presented as though. So I saw, for example, some commentary which said that, oh, I was made speaker and now I am opposed to Debbie. Incidentally, who, if you trace our bloodline, there may be some familial connection there. So I have nothing personal against her. You hear them say it's a personal attack, and it's really not a personal attack. But I want to show, you know, that this administration, and I think primarily the Prime Minister, and again, when you raise these things or you write about them, people say, oh, you have hatred and envy for the Prime Minister. But as I made the point on my radio program last night, in the United States, the person who a lot of commentators talk about now is Joe Biden, because Joe Biden is the president, and before him was Donald Trump, because Donald Trump was the president, and before him was Barack Obama, because he's the president. In Jamaica, people talk about Holness. In Barbados, they talk about Mia Mottley. And in Dominica, they talk about, what's his name? Prime Minister's name, he lose me. But you are spoken about because you're the head of the administration and you're doing all of the things that people may want to respond to. So this bad habit on the part of the administration, and which is peddled by Gonzalez himself, that to comment critically about him is to express hate and envy, and this is also perpetuated by some of his acolytes. It's just a bad habit that we need to get away from. But I want to come to the point to show that this flouting of the law, this violation of the law, is well entrenched under the Gonzalez administration. A few years ago, the Public Service Commission brought a claim against, not the Public Service Union brought a claim against the Public Service Commission, having to do with the way in which persons are promoted into the civil service. And there was a trial, and there was a decision issued by Justice Henry, in which Justice Henry wrongly condemned the government for the way in which it carried out its promotion policy, the way in which the civil service was run, the clear violation of civil service orders, and so on. And there was a subsequent meeting between the Public Service Union and the Public Service Commission, about the implementation of Justice Henry's decision, declarations, orders, and the chairman of the Public Service Commission clearly said to the union leaders, I can tell you this, we are not implementing what the court says. So that's the kind of policy that we have here when you deal with these matters. You have, over the years, the clear violation of the Constitution as it has to do with monies that should be placed into the consolidated fund. The consolidated fund is there. It is constitutional provision. It says all monies raised by the government should be placed in the constitutional fund, in the consolidated fund. Yet you have funds from the Petro-Carib, hundreds of millions of dollars that was never placed in the consolidated fund. You have, again, the laws speak to what should happen with special warrants and how special warrants should be brought before the court. And sometimes 4 or 5 years go by and special warrants are not brought before the court. And this was brought out when I sat as the speaker by Central Kingston parliamentarian Sinclair Leacock. And it was simply passed off by by Foreign Minister Camilo Gonzalez as a journalizing problem and not and there was a promise that it would not be done again. I don't know if we have fallen back into that. All I'm saying is that these are legal provisions that this government constantly flout. There's the Finance Act, and there's the whole question of, you may recall, there was a disparity between money that were okayed by the Accountant General and money that were issued by the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There's also the question of how much money the government is allowed to borrow each year in law. And there's year after year, there's problems where the government go over that amount of money. So there's a clear pattern of flouting the law. There's a clear pattern of not bothering with the declarations and orders of the court. And one of the points I made in my column last week was to say that the destabilization that is taking place in the police service, in the civil service, in the state administration generally, whether it's parastatal organizations, FINLEC, CWSA, Financial Intelligence Unit, Financial Service Authority, any of those you look at, there's just that deep tentacle of the Prime Minister and the way in which he goes about doing things that is really brings out the pressing need for concern. But all too often people seem not to bother with these. People seem to think it's just business as usual. People think that's the way government should operate. That's the way government should function. And because we are so resource-starved and because we don't have a lot of anything, quite frankly, one would have thought that an effort would be made to project to the world, project to the region, project to the world, that we are willing, ready, and able to construct the most transparent administration. Transparency, efficiency, accountability. Those things are not the strong suit of this government. And one wonders why we allow them to get away with it for so long, or why we just think it's just a matter of course, or it's business as usual. And I think that these are things that we have to pay attention to, because if you are having a step by step, day by day, inch by inch, second by second dismantling of the state administration, that is problematic. You have one study after the other that shows that certain things are not going well, certain things are not happening as it should be happening. in the state administration. I plan to talk sometime coming up about an auditor's report that spoke to some certain things that had happened in the Ministry of Health some time ago. But if you read that auditor's report, it is so damning that you wonder how is it there had not been any kind of criminal investigation, that this was not referred to the Director of Public Prosecution to deal with these kind of, clearly it's either misfeasance or malfeasance, and the authorities should be paying attention to this. Some other places do it, and I think Trinidad is a good example of that, where in Trinidad, we know, for example, that Chief Justice Sharma, Shatnarayan Sharma, was jailed for corrupt practices. In the end, the Director of Public Prosecution nullified the case against him, but at a minimum, he went to jail. The same held for former Prime Minister Baldio Pandey. He went to jail for certain things that were done improperly. And I am not here advocating that people be wildly sent to jail. All I'm saying is that if people are doing things improperly, if people are doing things illegally, then they must be brought to heel, they must be brought to account. And it is not happening in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and more we see it happening here. And that's a big problem thing. It's a really big problem, and we can't allow it to happen, because if we allow it to happen, then it may take us a long time. It may take us decades to correct some of the difficulties we have. I know James Mitchell used to say, former Prime Minister James Mitchell used to say to his colleagues, at least when you read his book, he talked about it, that we told them we cannot bring into effect policies and procedures while we are in administration, which we are unprepared to live with. While we are in government, which we are unprepared to live with while in opposition. And I think that's good advice. But I'm not so sure that this current administration took that advice. And it's like they are barnstorming, doing whatever they want, whenever they want, without any consideration for accountability and good governance. And that's the problem. And I think that the latest Debbie Child's appointment clearly infringes on what the Constitution says should be done. And I'm amazed that all that the opposition leader said that he's prepared to do is to write the Public Service Commission. The Public Service Commission is a constitutional authority. And if the Public Service Commission nominates someone whom the opposition and thinking, knowledgeable people in society believe violates the constitutional mandate, what the opposition ought to do is to bring a case, a constitutional case, before the court, in which the court would command them to do what the Constitution says. That's a clear slam dunk. There's no way that position is sustainable. But there we have it. We have an administration that does look at the Constitution and say, to hell with the Constitution, to hell with the laws, to hell with court orders, to hell with court declarations. That's not a good thing in what we call it a democracy. That's my take for this point.
All right, Council, do you mind standing by? Let's go to the top and come back. Got some questions for you. Let's go. Sure. We'll come right back. We got Council with us this morning. Let's give us a come back.
The number one morning show in the SVG. OMG in the morning.
One over this, them come up over this. So see a hot girl, me a call her hello. If you see the guy that dance in the place get mellow, hear me I tell you. So me do camera, action, flip. When we outside, like buggy building, let me spin ya. Drift.
1069. SDG's number one.
So we're back in tech. Kongsa, you there with us, right? You hearing us?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Kongsa, you hearing us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he's not hearing us. Okay.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Oh,
I'm hearing you clearly.
Okay, good. One of the things you said, besides, got some questions on the line for you, but my personal question, well, I don't know if it's a question. You said that you were surprised at the leader of the opposition's response to the.
No. Not that I was surprised. I was saying that what the leader of the opposition said, he limited at least what was covered in the media, because you don't have I don't think there's a public gallery at the parliament. I used to like to go and sit, but so I'm only speaking of. I didn't listen to it directly, so I'm only listening to what was reported. And what the leader of the opposition said was that he's going to write the Public Service Commission.
That's
and
what he's.
You may recall Gonzalo Singh said, if I were a chairman, I would just disregard the letter.
That's what he said as well. Yes. And you're saying that the option that he should choose is to take the matter to court.
Yes, challenge it in court. It's unsustainable in law.
And how long do you think a matter like this, a constitutional matter like this, going to court may take?
Well, constitutional matters, judicial review matters, administrative law matters are given priority by the court. So if you take, for example, the vaccine mandate case, we were able to do that trial in less than a year, or just about a year. But the judges having all the other things that they have to do. We don't have a special constitutional court that sits only on constitutional matters, so the judges are doing everything. But to me, it matters not how long it takes. The important thing is that there has to be, the judiciary is there to check the executive or the legislature for issues of constitutionality and issues of rule of law and so on, protection of law. So whenever an administration does some things that this administration seems hell-bent on doing ever so often, I think that what needs to be done is for whoever feels aggrieved to check the government action and to bring matters in court. I am telling you, there's no way that something like this could happen in Trinidad. No way. I mean, I remember we were in a meeting one time. I think it was the OECS. No, it was the Organization of Commonwealth Caribbean Bar Association. There was a meeting in Trinidad, and when we were explaining this government frequently, consistently, persistently flout orders and declarations from the court. I remember one Trinidadian senior counsel. They do what? They were just blown away by the fact that this government deals with the judiciary with just scant regard.
Council, on the question of the hiring of the clerk of the House, right? How was this done? Is something put out in the Gazette saying an applications are requested for the position? Is it something that has been appointed? Who makes the
appointment? There was no advertising, and that was one of the points that the Public Service Union had gone to court about, and that is one of the points that Justice Henry had made in that ruling about the ways in which these positions are filled. They can be filled internally, but they have to be advertised and so on and so forth. So take for example the young lady Simone Williams Huggins. I think she's married Huggins now. She was moved out of the House of Assembly, I think a year or two, and now she was brought back in as deputy clerk. But she has had long experience working in the parliament, and after Ms. the clerk left, one would have thought that she could have easily taken over that position, because remember, the deputy clerk died only a few months ago.
Yes.
But Simonde was not given the clerk position, she was given the deputy clerk position, and then the clerk becomes a political appointee. And it's not that people are saying that political appointees can't be made to positions. The thing is that if the Constitution speaks otherwise, it should not be done.
So, according to you, it is unconstitutional to have a political appointee.
Well, yeah, because the Constitution clearly says that the person who assumes the position of the clerk should be a public servant. And that's the point I think Dr. Friday was trying to make, and he was accused of engaging in verbal abuse of the clerk. I don't think that was happening at all. I don't think anyone abused, and I certainly didn't do that in my column last week. I was simply pointing to the fact that she was given a position that should have been held. The tradition and practice and law is that that position should be held by a public servant. And here we have it, someone who contested twice for the ULP, who is a caretaker for the ULP in a constituency. Now, the clerk, and what you're having a corruption. That's the point I was making. You're having a corruption of the public service. So now you have Debbie Charles, who's a caretaker of a ULP constituency. She's the clerk. We have Grace, what's the lady's name? Grace Walters, who is the administrator at the hospital, being declared, for all intents and purposes, declared a candidate for the ULP.
What do you think is wrong here, though, Council? Do you think under Dr. Afghan Sav as opposition leader that these things would have happened?
Well, it could have happened, but you can be sure Dr. Gonzalez would have been back flipping off buildings and so on to bring attention to it. So, and I'm not so sure that you need to backflip, because sometimes if you don't have your balance and your nerve, you may drop on your head. But certainly, when things are clear like this, you have to have pushback, and the pushback needs to go beyond just mere talking or writing a letter. You know, you have to have all of your ammunition that you're willing to take to a case, and I think this is one. The way in which the government is doing. There was a time when the police high command had I think they had 15 officers, and about 10 of them were from the Prime Minister constituency. I mean, that can't be right. You know that can't be right. But it's allowed to happen.
And what is the role of the Speaker of the House in all of this?
Well, you know, Rochelle Ford is a colleague of mine, a legal colleague of mine. I think that she's doing a fairly good job as Speaker. But I must say to you, I thought it was improper for her to make the comment she made after Dr. Friday's comment having to do with the appointment of Debbie Charles. Because Dr. Friday's comment had to do with the law, the Constitution. The Speaker, who should know of the Constitution, in her comment, sidestepped the law and said that Debbie was competent. And since she has been brought in, she has shown nothing but professionalism and competence. That's not the issue, because the issue is not whether Debbie is competent or not. I think that Debbie is an intelligent woman. She has long experience as a teacher. So the question was not competence, it was law. So consequently, for the Speaker to sidestep the issue, the fundamental issue which was being made by the opposition leader on a matter of constitutional law, and to speak to Debbie's ability and professionalism, I thought that was a little off.
Yes.
Well, not a little off, more than a little off.
And the precedent which would be which is being set not just for this position, but for others as well too.
I lost. I didn't hear you clearly.
I said, and the precedent which is being set for not just this position, but for others as well.
But that's the point. Yeah, I mean, look, I remember. Anyway, I'll leave that alone.
All right, Council. I've got another matter I want you to take upon, but maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'm not saying I want to deal with it tomorrow, but maybe you can plan for tomorrow. But if not, I'll let you know. But we gotta go because we got a packed morning this morning. All right.
All right, man. Until we meet again.
Until we meet again. Thank you very much, Council. Listen, I've been told that we got paddling outside. We have our special guest that I told you about. Is he in the building as yet? I'm not sure, but he should be. We should be getting a call all the way from Brussels this morning as well too. So all that and more should be happening this morning. But let's take a quick break and come right back. We got a lot happening this morning. This is Take It to Hell to Them on a Tuesday morning. This is OMG. We're gonna do a 15 minutes with Patlin. We come back. And we get going this morning right here. Yeah.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in store for details.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
That no government has the right to take away. It sets out our right to freedom and equality and justice.
How many times do I have to teach you? Just because something works doesn't mean that it cannot be improved.
Taiwan International Healthcare Training Center integrates the health capability in Taiwan and keeps providing continuing education trainings for healthcare professionals. In the past 20 years, TIHTC has successfully trained over 2,000 international healthcare professionals from 77 countries.
We will save more Ukrainian children's lives with the sincere support of the people of Taiwan. All of our colleagues, we want to thank Taiwan for this help.
Since the 1950s, Taiwan has been providing various medical aid and technical services to African countries. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Taiwan assisted its diplomatic allies in helping pregnant women maintain maternal and child health. Early neonatal mortality rates have seen a decline of 1%, with the number of deaths per 1,000 newborns dropping from 234 to 189.
Nationwide affordable and accessible healthcare is a reality in Taiwan, with 99.9% of the population enrolled in the health insurance system. In an effort to promote fairness and human rights, foreign nationals have also been included in the healthcare system. According to the global database website Numbeo, Taiwan has topped the list of the healthcare index for 4 consecutive years as of 2022.
Taiwan continues to be an indispensable partner
on the path to global post-pandemic recovery?
Well, there are countries like Taiwan who were exemplary, saw the problem, and
we believe that Taiwan's role as an observer in World Health Assembly meetings is in the best interest of the international health community and also is an important partner in the fight.
My mama was right. She said me hot and gang gang. My mama told me that me hot and gang gang. When you look at me, yeah, me hot and gang gang. Yeah, yeah. She said me hot and gang gang. Me hot and gang gang. Yeah, hot like fire, hot pepper sauce, hot in the morning, hot after dark. Hot like fire, hot pepper sauce, hot in the morning, hot after dark. When I was a little girl, my mama used to say, you just a little too hot, and you're too damn gang gang.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but they've been too expensive. I pass in on my way to work, and then boom, I see courts have motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased 2 bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon. This is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever.
Intelligent alarm systems mean you can control your home from anywhere in the world. Find out more at Paladin SVG Inc. at telephone number 784-457-7241.
Boom 106.9.
I did the XTP and Chuali. Yeah. True there once. Me true there once. Me true there once.
It's me and all of me people.
True there once. True there once. True there once.
It's me and all of me people.
True there once. True there once. True there once.
I am with the friend and them. It's me and the friend and them. If you with the friend and them, so we need the air for them. Whenever we meet is a party, good vibes and we happy. Chilling with the army, tell them bring the bill come. Best believe that we have it. Heads up out in orbit. Guys, it's speedy vibes when we under the rum. Here's out there with it. I'm big and I'm jet. We set him till morning. You know we don't play.
Boom 106.9. SVG's number one.
So we're getting reports of another homicide, not a murder, not a homicide, that just took place in Calico, and it's fitting that we have this person in the studio with us. This is not the person that we said will be interviewing. The person, our special guest has just arrived outside, right? I'm seeing him on the cameras outside, but we've got Vance in the studio with us. Bring him forward. Let me show you this. Vance in the studio with us, especially because of all the security issues that we're hearing now. We're going to spend a couple minutes, 15 minutes with you, Vance. Because more so that we just heard of another situation that took place in Calico a while ago, another murder. Vance, tell me, talk to me about what's happening this morning now.
want to say on behalf of Colin, I want to extend my condolences to the family members of the deceased. Unfortunately, like every day, every night, we wake up with this kind of things that keep on happening. And
Yes.
persons are entering other persons' homes and treating it as their own. They are molesting them on the street. They're doing what they're going to do. And we have to take this other notch whereby we don't want these things reached by our doorstep before we do something about it.
Correct.
And at Paladin, we give persons, homeowners, business owners, that opportunity to do that protection that they need before something has happened. Now, I'm not going to sit down here and say to you that every form of security is foolproof, because if somebody want to do something, there is very little you can do to try to stop them.
Right.
But putting things in place could help eliminate or just maybe create that bit of security onwards down a bit.
Right.
And then probably we provide that security system for persons out there, for your homes. Because let me take, for example, you have your home, you pay your money for your home, you work hard, you're still paying for your home, even up until retirement, but somebody is now going into that home, taking what they want to take, your hard-earned stuff, and going with it. Now, you reach out to the police. One of the first things that the police ask you, if you know who do that for you. Now, in an ideal
or
world,
if you have any suspects.
yeah, in an ideal world, that's the police job.
Yeah.
But with a decent camera security solution,
system.
you'll be able to identify that person. You have a record on that person. So when those questions are come up, you could show that police, you could show whoever asks the question, okay, this is who the person are. Because at Paladin, our system basically give you that need to control what is going on at your home, see what is going on in your home, listen to what is going on in your home, and do something about what is going on in your home and or business.
All right.
So we have camera system that could do a wide variety of items. We have camera system whereby one of our camera system at Paladin that is kicking off and doing a lot in the market is our color view camera system. Now, one of the disadvantage of a conventional camera system is during the night, whenever you're looking at the imagery,
It's
it
black
is
and
black
white,
and white.
black and
Yeah.
white, yes.
And a lot of times
You can't really
you
recognize
can't really make the definition of it. You cannot really pick out who the person are. You cannot really determine what kind of garment they are wearing. Now, at Paladin, this color view system eliminate that problem. We have a system whereby you see the same imagery that you see in the day, which is every facet of color, you will see during the night as well. So if that person is dark or clear, you identify whether that person is dark or clear. If that person in a red top, you identify the person in a red top. If that person in a red shoe, you identify the person in a red shoe. You give that clearer imagery so that whenever identification comes, because whenever somebody do something and you go to court, that unfortunately that defendant have a lawyer who will look at every aspect of trying to ensure that get their client off.
Yes.
So you gotta come with the evidence as well. With the Paladin, our camera system, our alarm system, give you the opportunity to ensure that who done something to your home or business is held accountable for it.
And Vance, most times with these things, we say after something occurs, we say, boy, had I known, maybe if I had a system in place, maybe I would have been able to be able to identify someone, or the person who broke into my home, the person who came and did damage to my property, and we always go back and say if and if and if and if. Are you giving persons the opportunity to not say if?
Yes, we want a person to be more proactive than reactive. Let me take, for example, just a month ago, we had a client who was talking to us for a few months about a camera system at their home. They eventually come around to the idea, okay, let them put a camera system to their home. Now, one of their reasoning of their coming to us to Paladin to get the camera system is that they now invest in a new form of income at their home, which is a truck. And they find that per mornings then when they go out there, something either the tire is down or cables is being burst or something. So they decide now, again, the if factor comes in again. If I know I should invest in a CCTV from Paladin. Unfortunately, they did that. Now, within a matter of 2 days, they actually caught the person.
Wow.
Because that person had the camera in. The camera was in. The person who done it did not realize there was a camera in. And they caught the person red-handed on the CCTV system, cutting the tube for their truck. That person now is being investigated. That person was detained, released on bail. So we, as you mentioned before, we want Vincentians to get this if factor out their head. Be proactive, because the same like when for example, school is opening in September. You're not going to wait until your kids be in school for start to get the school books, school clothes, school shoes. You're going to do the necessary step to get those things in place. The same with your home, the same with your business. You don't want to wait until somebody break your place or somebody come into your business and hold up your staff. Take what they want to take, what you work hard for. So at Paladin, we want to say to persons out there, give us a call, 457-7241, or you could visit our office at Sharp Street. It's the big blue building with a big sign in front. One of the things that we do at our office, that we have the items there in place. So persons
showroom, you've got your showroom there.
The showroom, so you could come and see the items demonstrated for you. You hear me talk a lot about our wireless alarm system. Persons might be inquiring, okay, what is a wireless alarm system? Come to our office. We could show you how it is. We could show you how much of an upgrade it is to anything that is offered in the market right now. In terms of those systems.
Another thing that I know for a fact, that once persons know, or they see in most cases, persons who've got security systems in place, like cameras, or you don't have a sign on your property or on your gate or saying cameras
protected by such and such.
That in itself is someone that wards off people, because they know, okay, then their security system, the cameras are installed, so that might be a deterrent in itself. Have you noticed that?
It's true, because remember one thing person got to bear in mind, when a person's come to your home to do something, but they don't want to be caught.
Yes,
they don't want. That's why they come in the night. That's why they come with trying to disguise themselves, because they don't want to be caught. Because
they come in mass.
They come with, you're correct.
They think nobody's home. And
correct.
All that,
They come with. They know like the consequences that do happen. Now with Paladin, even whether you have our camera system, for example, come with motion sensors. We have camera system that basically work like an alarm, that when somebody comes in your yard, if a vehicle comes to your yard, it triggers that. That camera with alarm, that camera will activate, that camera make a lot of noise. You even will be able to, yes, that camera do all them things. You could actually hear what that thief or the so-called thief is
you
want
can
to
hear
say.
audio,
every audio from
audio
it as well.
coming from it.
You could talk to that person as well too.
Really?
During that camera system. We also have the wireless alarm system. Now, one of the advantage, our wireless alarm system have a lot of advantage from Paladin. Now, one of the main advantage that we have is that it give, for example, you have your home, you have your business. You want to be in control of your item. You don't want a second-hand person to tell you, call you and say, oh, Bing, this is happening to you. This is going on by your home. With our wireless alarm system, you'll be able to know what is going on instantly via your phone, via your computer, your laptop, via your tablet, wherever you put the app on. And that is one thing. And what will happen as well, to you mentioned about the signage, we ensure that signage is put up in such a way that persons know that, hey, if you go up on my property, you are being recorded, you are being monitored. If you go on my property, owner will know this at exactly the same time you come to our property.
Wow.
So these are things that at Paladin we are ensuring with Vincentian public be safer, be proactive. Because unfortunately, look, when I come and interview, the first thing you could mention about your heard that there's a unfortunate and this is things that's happening.
It's happening too often.
There's things happening too often. Persons are coming into your home, and they set out when a thief come to your home, they come to rob and kill.
Yes.
So you have to be in a position where you are protecting your family, where you're protecting your customers, where you're protecting your staff, and where you are protecting the hard-earned business and homes that you have worked hard for.
Let's talk a little bit about your colored cameras, because recently, in recent history, there was an incident that took place with a shooting. To me, it was an execution style. It was that person was executed, but the visual was black and white, and the police up to now have not been able to pin down anyone because the video was going around on social media, and you just can't see. You just seeing the frame of the person, but you're not seeing, as you said, the color of the clothes. You just can't figure out the proper features of the person because the visuals are bad, the color is bad, the pixelation is bad, and all of that. You've got proper cameras that
correct.
Take care
that
of
is so correct. We, as I mentioned, we launched this product it's called Hikvision Color View cameras. And persons who are listening online, persons who are listening on the radio, persons who are going to listen later on, like myself, when I go my tends to listen to the program, I'm working. Is Hikvision is spelled HIKVISION. We are the sole, Paladin are the sole distributor of that brand in St. Vincent and Grenadines.
Wow.
We even have branches in Grenada and Dominique as well too, where we are the sole distributor of that brand. Hikvision for the last 7 years has been ranked as one of the best, if not the best,
what is it
in the market. It basically is the leading innovators in video technology, security electronics provider.
Okay.
So any little thing that is needed to, whenever Paladin creates, Hikvision creates something, other companies follow suit after.
Okay.
So that is what. So we have launched this product in January, and it have been going on a storm. One of the reasons being, I even had a client come to me and say, because he had a camera from us, he had the first kind of camera from us, and then his mom had the color view. He says his mom is coming by him, and it's showing off because when you look at his visual during the night, even though it's good because it's vision as well, his mother is far better. Because she could see everything clearly defined. She could see whether the trees are green, whether the grass is turning yellow, whether the person's clothes are this. And one of the good things with the Hikvision Color View camera do, because of the pixelation, because of the camera system that it have, it actually identify that person more clearly. Even the person have a good hearing in the ears, it picking that out because it identify vision. Because if you're watching somebody in a camera system during the day, you could tell exactly if that person have a nose ring. You could tell if that person have an earring because it's the day. But in the nighttime, you cannot tell that. You cannot tell. All you see is a silhouette of that person. Sometimes you might not even want to recognize if that person is clear skin or they're dark. Because clear and dark was not the same.
It's black and white.
It's black and white. There's no differentiation in the color. But with Hikvision Color View, it gives you that anatomy whereby everything that you have seen is the same color that you are seeing during the day. So you will not miss a thing, you will not miss a beat according to me, if you want to use that word.
And what do you have to say to parents who've got children who are, it's summertime and parents can't be home, they have to go to work, they have to, and sometimes they have their teenagers at home and younger kids at home by themselves. What safety mechanism can be put in place?
I'm glad you brought that up.
What do you have to say?
I'm glad you brought it up. It's like for the last few weeks, we have parents who they work, as you say. Some parents are down in the Grenadines and they leave in their teenagers, especially at home. Now, one of the things that parents are more concerned about is they're concerned about, okay, the teenagers bringing in friends, doing this and doing that for home. Now, we have our camera system whereby you can actually hear what is going on at the home.
Wow.
We have camera system whereby you could talk during the camera system.
You can
talk to that person what's going on. So persons could be in the house and before they even reach to your house, you say, hey, what are you doing here? Or if the person at home, you could get on to your children and say, come on, that's not. And then the funny thing about it, we had a situation with a customer who have a college person. Now, the person called me and said, wait, after a certain period of time, they find that the camera, a notification come in and say the camera is being tampered. When we do check it now, the son now is basically trying to turn the camera away.
Turn it off because
the camera now give you a notification to tell you the camera is being tampered with. So if you realize a notification is coming with the camera being tampered with, you could actually just go back using your phone. Just go back like a few seconds before to see how come, because obviously we see the person approaching the camera, and whenever they approach the camera, okay, if they approach the camera and then the tampering alarm come in, that person tamper the camera, so you could do something about it. So for parents who have the kids them home, we are saying to your Paladin, put up a system. It don't have to be a complete system because we have cameras on their own that actually work with the storage system on it that you could put in your house, you could put in the porch that actually do the recordings and download it automatically.
So you don't have to have this massive.
No, you don't have to have the thing. You could put in a one camera system that is put in a SD card. The SD card is then connected to your phone via the HikConnect app that give you all the information in it. You could actually hear
put in something.
See, because you cannot. We know
in
how kids are these days.
With security.
We can't take it for granted. And using your word, we cannot go through the if process.
Yes.
Let the if process come. The IF word, chuck that out. Be
If
proactive.
we didn't know,
Yeah. If we didn't know, get rid of that if. So
how do we do this now? How do we get in contact with you and tell us about coming and do an assessment of your property and all of those? How do we get through that
persons could contact us. Our landline is 457-7241. You could even contact me directly. My cell phone number is 493-8241. Again, let me give you the telephone number is 457-7241, or my cell phone, which is 493-8241. You could come. Our Paladin office is located right. Well, you know where persons know where Sharp Street is, and a little spot is next to Cashways.
Right.
We are the blue building that have the big sign marked Paladin in front.
Okay.
You could come by us, see what's going on there. Now, if you can make it to us, give us a call.
You got a showcase.
Yeah, we have a showcase the product. You could see
all the products.
You could have. We could demonstrate the product to you. We also, if you cannot make it to the office and you're interested in a camera system, you want to know the cost, you want to know want to have an idea what best security solution to use for you, give us a call. Our assessment is free. When you give us a call, whether the office, the persons put them on to me, or you call me directly, we come to your, whether it be your home or your business, we walk around with you, we talk about what you need to cover, what protection that you need. We give recommendation. Then we go back to the office, we organize a quotation, send it for you. The quotation basically comes in a two-pronged part, which is the cost of the equipment and cost of the materials. We give you the option whether or not you want to buy your own materials, or we do everything one time so that you will not give you the stress of you running here and there. So again, give Paladin a call at 457-7241. You can come to our showroom, where you locate at Sharp Street. It's a big blue building with a big white sign in front that mark Paladin. You can also visit our Facebook page, which is Paladin SVG, and you could get all the information that you
Everything
need.
is right there.
Yeah.
Everything is right there. Vance, want to thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
I just want to say to the person, please get rid of that if word.
Yeah.
And that's when you motivate me. Get rid
I'm
of
not
it.
going to charge you for that, Vance. I'm not going to charge you for that. All right. Thank you,
can't.
then. That was Vance. You'll be back again sometime next week, probably. And we're going to continue to talk about security, especially now, folks, as we our numbers are going up in terms of the numbers of homicides that are taking place. I've heard this morning there's been another one in the Calico area this morning. We got someone outside who's gonna come inside in a bit, and you're gonna hear his story about the loss of his sister who was recently murdered from Dorsetshire Hill, and you're gonna hear a story that might make you get a bit emotional. All right, don't you move that dial. Get in touch with someone and tell them, listen, you need to tune in to hear this, because this can also be something that can prepare you and help you, all right, moving forward with regards to just your everyday of life, your family members. You've got daughters, you've got sisters, you've got aunts, you've got mothers. You're going to hear it all this morning. He's already outside, but before we bring him, let me tell you about Hotel Alexandrina Cultural Bar and Grill in Prospect. They're saying the Culture Barbecue. Yep, get your taste buds ready for a sizzling Saturday night filled with mouth-watering delights and good vibes. Join them this Saturday, July 27, 2023. This Saturday from 6 o'clock in the evening, at Cultural Bar Barbecue Fire Up at Hotel Alexandrina, the Cultural Bar and Grill. Whether you are a meat lover or prefer the taste of the sea, shady, the taste of the sea, that's us. Culture Barbecue has something to satisfy every craving. Indulge in the most delectable choice of pork ribs, the chicken that's amazing, the fresh fish, all grilled to perfection. Gather your friends, get the crew together, wind them up, and let's all head on out with the family and join them at Hotel Alexandrina Culture Bar and Grill in Prospect for a night of fantastic food and fantastic fun. Remember, it's this Saturday at 6 p.m. Don't you miss it, people. Get ready. Get those taste buds ready to go, and let's enjoy the Culture Bar and Grill famous barbecue. See you there. And speaking about that, remember Barry's Auto Shop in Annisville. Barry's Auto, Annisville, green container by J&G Tire Shop. Yeah, they sell various parts such as windscreen for SR40, AE110, B13, AE100, EP91. But Shady Boy, with your kind of thing, the boy, and Suzuki Swift. They also sell steering racks for RAV4, AE110, Suzuki Swift, and Starlets front cuts for AE110 and EP91. Yeah, man. Barry's. They also have lights, tail lights, indicator lights, and headlights and fenders. Call them today at 593-5226. Barry's Auto Parts. Don't forget my boy Woodsy. Remember this coming Friday night? Yeah. Get ready. Let's round up the crew. Start preparing your time. Start getting your mental space ready for the famous karaoke at Woodsy's with the karaoke king Hills Costello. He will be in the house. Remember, at Woodsy's, if you need somewhere that's clean, a mature, clean, safe environment, and Vance is just talking about safety and making sure that you're surrounded. One of the things about safety and your security is you got to know your environment, all right? And at Woodsy's, that environment is well secured, all right? Remember, their famous Rasta Pasta will be available this Friday night. Their famous, world-famous honey barbecue wings, buffalo or spicy. Ask about the Vinci Sunsets and ting na. You know the ting them na. The famous drinks them now, the Woodsy drinks them now, the rum jumby and all these things now. Okay, the list just now. Hold on. My boy Woodsy, sending SVG. Woodsy morning, buddy. Get your damn tail out of bed. Remember, Woodsy special cocktail for only $13. Rum Silver, Caribbean rum punch, painkiller. Shady say he real want one way he did it right now. Where's the Shady? You ready for the painkiller? We are getting you a visit to get a painkiller, boy. Shady say he's ready for the painkiller. The El Presidente, all available at Woodsy's. And Bottled Bay, Corona, Heineken, Guinness, the dark, strong one. Yeah. Red Stripe, Budweiser, Dragon Stout, Heineken Zero, Beck's non-alcoholic, all available at Woodsy's as well. All right. The Frozen Island Oasis at Woodsy's, Vinci Sunset Punch, Vinci Nice, Vinci Rum Punch, Banana Jammer, Cocoa Freeze, yeah, Banana Mudslide, Lemon Drops. I keep saying that's my favorite one. Anything with lemon and coconut in it, that's me right there. Tropical Lemonade, Jamaican Punch, Punch of Cream, Banana Cabana, Pina Colada. The frozen margaritas for $14. Margaritas, strawberry, mango, watermelon. Frozen daiquiris for $14. Strawberry, passion fruit, peach, and guava. All at Woodsy's. We're going to tell you later on about the Woodsy big. And Woodsy is Vincent Vincent, and he is doing some serious work for his alumni at the North Union Secondary School. We'll tell you about that and more when we come back. But listen, let's go take a break, come back, and let's bring in our guests. Don't move. Share the live, because the guest is going to be inside when we come right back. You want to hear him. You want to hear this guest when we come back. All right, let's take a break and come back.
Paladin SVG Inc. Alarm Solution is second to none. We offer intrusion alarm systems, security radar. Paladin SVG Inc. Alarm Solution is second to none. We offer intrusion alarm systems, security radar, active infrared beams, and emergency alarm systems. Get perimeter protection for your premises. Active infrared beams protect large areas. Our radar video linkage solution sends data to PTZ cameras for active target tracking, so you can take immediate action. Intrusion alarm systems offer reliable protection and records video the moment the alarm is triggered and sends footage to users via email or the app. Intelligent alarm systems mean you can control your home from anywhere in the world. Find out more at Paladin SVG Inc. at telephone number 784-457-7241.
Complex, July 24th through August 5th. Young Ballers, 7 and up. We start at 9 a.m.
ECCU's 45th anniversary.
This is Locally Made. My name is Jillian Crookshank. Join us on IKTV channel 112, where we premiere and air Locally Made, a program featuring locally made produce right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We'll show you how it's made and how it is done. Remember, every Thursday, 8 p.m. on IKTV channel 112.
We could not celebrate our 45th anniversary and forget.
Hi, my name is Sharon Roberts. I am a graduate of the University of the West Indies Open Campus in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Well, my journey at Open Campus was a challenging learning experience. However, it's had a meaningful impact in that I was able to further develop myself as an individual with regards to learning how to balance and prioritize everyday life situations, social life, along with academics. I would encourage prospective students to study at the Open Campus. For one, it is very flexible. It allows you to have a full-time job, work, while engaging with your family and also pursuing your dream. Two, it is affordable as compared to other universities. And three, the quality of work, it provides first-class education, which allows you to compete on a global scale.
To spin and win big with
% off all vinyl flooring store-wide. Vinyl floors are suitable for every room in the home. They are beautiful, versatile, water-resistant, and durable. Vinyl flooring is also ideal for all commercial and office buildings. Vinyl flooring is the most affordable flooring and so easy to install that you can do it yourself. District Stairs is offering free shipping for the months of July and August. District Stairs. Find us on Instagram, Facebook at districtstairs.com or WhatsApp 289-2007-649.
Corazes, hardware, Corazes, one place, Corazes, the helpful place. Yo, Corazes is hardware, is the place for all of your home needs. If you want building materials, where you going? Corazes, Corazes, for paint and garden tools, where you going? Corazes, Corazes, electrical cables, find that at Corazes. We have everything for your home at Corazes. Located in Kingston, located in Annisville, Down Brook, Diamonds and Backwell. Shop at Corazes, hardware, Corazes, one place, Corazes, one place, Corazes, 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 Corazes.
On Tuesday, July 18th, there'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A lotto jackpot of $140,000. A new home, car, or that college education.
Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Next lotto jackpot, $140,000.
1069. Come on! SBG's number one.
Yeah, I the unruly boss. I'm representing for every thugs you pass. Ha, step up. To every youth so dear die young, by the knife or die by guns, yeah. Unruly say R.I.P., yeah. I know me no know where them kill your far. Me no know where them kill your far. But Jah knows, yeah. Me no know where them kill your far. I know me no know where them kill your far. But Jah knows. Jah knows. Hey, so you know, so your true friend gone. When you 30 you can't stop ball. Me heart move when I hear name call. Big man I cry like y'all. The other day when my birthday pass, me and you a smoke and a drink and laugh. Never did know at the last time we a sit down and flash. Brother, me wish me coulda see you now. Me still have good advice for you now. People tell me say life goes on, but me still miss you anyhow. Only Jah know.
Bull 1069. Come on. SPG's number one.
Well, I've been waiting since about 7:15 this morning for this guest that we have in the studio. We've got James Ashton in studio with us this morning. Let's bring him on camera. Bring him on camera for him, please. Bring him forward. Yes. James, good morning to you.
Yeah, morning. Big up yourself. Big up, boom. And see, big up.
How are you doing this morning?
Tired. I mean, exhausted mentally and everything, but still here.
Okay. I know why you're here. Let's tell our listeners why you're here.
Well, I just here today, to be honest, is to touch on the base of, what happened to, my sister, my family, you know what I mean, and maybe just shed some light on some stuff. Shed some light on some stuff. There's been some talks going around, and so I still in big brother mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna sit down and hear people slander my sister name or try to put an image that isn't there.
Okay. Before we get all there, who was your sister?
She that would be Cheryl Knight. Everybody knows she in the family is Phyllis.
Cheryl Phyllis Knight.
Yeah, but everybody who know her, we call her Cheeky.
Cheeky.
Yeah, she's always a chubby person.
All right, and where is she from?
Dorsetshire Hill.
Dorsetshire Hill.
Yeah.
And what happened to Cheryl?
Well, it was just around Carnival weekend. On Sunday. Yeah, it was around Sunday night. We found her, home, chopped up, kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Place full of blood. Yeah, so it was a kind of, surreal moment. You know what I mean?
All right. Who found her?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, me and my little brother, and then my fiance was there, my little girl was there. You know what I mean? We walked in on it. You know what I mean?
What time did this happen?
Not sure anymore that happened.
No, what time did you?
Well,
when you
found
got home?
Around 12. We called police about 12 or 5.
12 o'clock in the night.
Yeah.
You went home, and when you went home, walk me through what happened when you went home.
Well, we just came from the Wet Republic. Went home. Place was dark.
As you would have expected.
Yeah. Met the door just jam up with something behind it, and
it was jammed. It was pushed, locked in.
It was pushed, and
hold on. Should you just plug out the headphone because it's close to the microphone?
Yeah.
I'll just turn it down because it's giving a feedback. Oh yes, giving a feedback. Yeah.
Yeah. So
the house door was jammed in.
Yeah, it was jammed in. The chair was behind it. I went in tunnel, which my little brother is who saw all the blood first.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
So you tried to open the front door of the house.
The door was open.
It was open.
Yeah, just a chair was behind it.
But so you just pushed the door and you went.
So we just pulled open the door.
Oh, you pulled open the door.
There was a pull.
Okay, and you walked in first.
No, it was my little brother walked in first.
How old is your little brother?
16.
You were 16, and when he walked in. You walked into the living room area?
No,
bedroom.
We walked into the kitchen.
To the kitchen. And when you walked into the kitchen, what happened?
We turned on the lights and then there was just blood everywhere. That was like, and initially we thought it would have been the dogs because around this time they're calling, you know what I mean? So I start looking around the house for the dog, and then the blood goes straight down to the bedrooms. And then that was when we were like, nah, it ain't no dog. the bedroom's doors were pulled in, and the first person initially we were sure for was her.
When you left, she was home. She was supposed to be at home.
No, she was supposed to go with us.
She was supposed to go to the event with you guys.
Not the event. My grandmother, usually around weekends, they will be drinking and having a good time and stuff.
Right.
So, I told my little brother and her, I was like, come let me go down my granny and enjoy yourself, you know what I mean? And, that was the plan.
Right.
And then she changed it and said she ain't going, she ain't chill home. So my little brother still left with us.
Right.
And she and her father was home. That was the last time we see him.
Okay. So you walked into the bedroom. Your brother went into the bedroom first. And when he got into the bedroom, what happened? How do you know that?
No, he walked in the kitchen first.
He walked into the kitchen.
Yes.
And
so now I go on protective mode because blood everywhere. You know what I mean? So I go in my sister bedroom first. I shout out for she and then bust the door and turn on the light and I mean, her room was ransacked. She had some heavy furniture in them. The furniture was shifted into the corner. And initially we didn't see her in the room. You know what I mean? So we thought that maybe something happened and she got away. So I was just about to tell my little brother we had to run outside and check the bushes to see if maybe she's somewhere out the light on because we didn't see she was driving up the driveway. And then I shout out for my stepfather. He was asleep, the radio was on, and his room was a bit down the hallway. So he didn't even hear anything. So again, I went back in the room. And then see she hand under the mattress and then flip over the mattress. Whoever it did, when they finished, they put the mattress on top of her. We couldn't even see she, you know what I mean? I had to go and flip the mattress, and that's when I shout out to my fiance to, call 911.
Okay.
Check your pulse.
What condition was she in? You said that she was chopped up?
Yeah, she was chopped up. She was naked. You know what I mean? Yeah, chopped everywhere, man. It was just
like all over her body, or like
chop across
some ideas.
Chop across your back, your head, your neck, your face, your hands, your arm.
And these are deep lacerations,
yeah, man.
Like
really
very deep.
Really deep.
And instantly, what went to your mind? Did you assume you thought that she had died? She was dead immediately, or you thought that? Did you check for a pulse, or what happened?
I'm a certified lifesaver. So I've already been trained in CPR and all those different things. So the first thing I did was check the pulse. But that is now set it for me. The colors from she eyes we don't got.
What do you mean the colors from my eyes?
My sister eyes are hazel brown. When I watching she eyes, they were turning grey. There was no brown in it. She eyes was wide open. You know what I mean? No brown, no life, nothing was in it. My fiance was shouting and telling me, check she, and I was like, she got.
And then what was going through your mind immediately? How did you feel? What was happening in your head?
Of course, rage. I really snapped up my stepdad because I was like, you're home. But he's very old.
Yes.
He basically uses a hearing aid, and nothing he could have done. And maybe if he had heard something, maybe it would have been two people buried. You know what I mean? But he's very old. And I was in my head, and I knew where her boyfriend was, so I know he's from the area as well. So, naturally, I flew up and I went for him.
What do you mean you went for him?
I went for him. I went for him to see if blood, if he see damage on him, anything. If I saw anything, that was my intention. You know what I mean?
To see whether he was involved.
Yeah. Because he's her boyfriend. He usually be there. So of course, with these things, the first person of interest would be, you know, the boyfriend or whatever she had relations with. You know, but I know him. I saw him grow up. You know what I mean? I play football with him, and his family is good. You know, I consider him a brother, one of my boys.
Right.
So, you know, when I saw him and I told him, you know what I mean, I said, bro, please don't tell me you killed my sister, you know what I mean? And then I saw it on his face, the same expression everybody else who saw the body on his face, it was like, and then he started, like he couldn't catch himself, and then I took him to see, and I mean, he broke down right there on the spot.
And your little brother, what happened when he saw the body?
Screaming. I mean, naturally, that's what we're gonna do. That is, I left St. Vincent in 2018. You know, he was just coming up in his teenage years. She was just going into the young adult stage, so they got really close. You know, that was his best friend. And I tell a best friend, that was his best friend. And we just went graduation, as he just graduated from grammar school. You know what I mean? So to see after such a joyous moment, a couple of days next, you know what I mean, and his birthday is next week, mine is 3 days after. You know what I mean?
Tell me about your sister. What was she like? What was she like? What was her personality like? What was she like?
She always kept to herself most time, and I'm glad they bring up the point because a lot of people has been bashing, and you know how it is with people on Vincentians, and I am surprised that most of these comments and most of these stories coming from women. You know what I mean? My sister was a person who enjoyed her own space. The only place you could always find she 100% is in the bedroom. You know what I mean? She'll rap back to she dance hall and smoke she little grade. You know what I mean? That is her thing. She had no kids. You know, the only person she used to take care of was her father. You know what I mean? Once in a while she'll go out with your friends and do she thing. I mean, of course, as a young adult, enjoying life. You know, and you know, she's very smart. She went to UWI in Jamaica. You know, she pursued her studies, you know what I mean?
What did she study?
I think it was either sociology or psychology, one of those things she studied.
What was she working at the moment?
No, currently no. She was just home taking care of her father. Like I tell you, he's very old.
Right, so she sacrificed it.
Yeah.
To take care of her
she
dad.
stayed with him and made sure, you know, everything was good. Make sure he ate, make sure he took his medication. Yeah.
And you?
And me, you know, I wasn't living there, so
yeah.
You know what I mean? And we even found a book. I didn't even know. You know what I mean? When she was in UWI, you know, a lady who's an author over there, Marina Davis, she wrote a book on her. I mean, for somebody to write a book on you, man.
Yes. Yes.
It couldn't have no bad energy or anything so evil about that person that you could literally write such a beautiful book. You know what I mean? And we sat down and read the book, and everything in the book spoke about my sister in a different way.
So this happened on Carnival Sunday night, correct? You said that people are saying a lot of things, and you want to clear up. So what exactly are people saying?
You know, we've been posting out stuff. We've been looking and searching. You know what I mean? And to see people under the comments, and as women, people messaging me and calling me with remarks of my sister robbing people, who's man she thief, and it was so baffling. And being I tell you, no man came to me with that energy. The males in the circle came to me with positive energy, and as the women them was like on me, telling me, oh, this, and like if I don't know who my sister is, you know what I mean? And it's very disgusting to see that the crime rate against women is increasing, but then it's women bringing on women, you know what I mean? And at that moment I had to stay focused because we're on the road every day. We walking close to the police. I gotta big up the guys down at the major crime unit. You know what I mean? They have been active on it, and they too have limited resources. We have limited resources, and we look into the people for help. And women who you expecting to rally around this is feeding off it with negative energy. You know what I mean? And to me, it's real disappointing. I disappointed in everybody who's made those remarks. I disappointed in everybody who's even thought those remarks. No matter what a young lady going through or where she live or however life she live, to be in your own space and somebody came in and chopped you up, maybe attempted rape, and this is with women talking. There should be a moment for women to rally around something like this. Me and on the radio station and on the TV, so sympathy, man. I don't need that. You know what I mean? I just looking for the answer why. You know, I hear him telling y'all need to stop them stupidness. And the thing is, somebody out there did my sister this. Somebody knows information. And it had one or two people come out, but it has some people out there with critical information that could help the case, because the case is still open, even though we have a suspects or whatever. The case is still open. It ain't closed yet.
Okay, let's step back a bit. Let's continue to walk me through the process. Okay, so you checked her pulse. You knew that she had passed. You called 911 and reported, and what happened?
In about 10 minutes, like I said, big up them guys. In about 10 minutes, the guys was there, police was there, you know, everybody was there, and then they came in and did their assessments as well, and you know, they pronounced her dead as well. And you know, they did the investigation, they did what the police work.
Yes.
You know, and immediately now I had to go in a state where we was living there, we were staying there, we living abroad. And I had to go now and move my entire family out. You know, and since then it's about comfort. Man uncomfortable who ain't sleeping in their own bed and all kind of different thing. So ever since then now, after the police has done this stuff, I don't know, people saying it's a vigilante vendetta, but for me that is stupidness. You know, vigilante vendetta.
What did you mean?
Because since day one I found my sister, I've been on the road. I've told the police that nobody is gonna stop me from doing my part and finding out what happened to my sister. Too many unsolved cases in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Right.
Too many cold cases, and my sister is not gonna be one of them. I stayed back. I was supposed to go back the Friday. I stayed back here because I determined. You know what I mean? And ever since, it's me and my little brother and one or two of my family members on the road every day. And we're finding information and we're giving it to the police, and the police have been active. You know what I mean? It ain't a vigilante vendetta. Don't mind why posting. You know what I mean? I don't care who I have to take through. I do not care who I have to fight. I gonna find some answers. You know what I mean? It ain't no vigilante vendetta, yo. That was my little sister, man. You know what I mean? I come back home for so long. You know what I mean? She was begging me, because I was supposed to perform on the Purple Army truck, and she was begging me for a package. You know what I mean? She wanted to be there. She was involved in my music. And to see I came back home for that. To come to know I had to bury her. It ain't no vigilante vendetta, man. You know what I mean? I gonna find out who do this. I gonna find out why they do this. It's too many times we hear waiting on the police. The police could only do so much. But then the police still relying on the people to give them the information to make their arrest and to bring justice. So then why we can't come together as a people and just make it happen? Simmons is so small. Leave them cold cases to the states with millions of people and billions of and them places there. We're too small for that, man. We just walk on the road and sometimes you know that person from so long, and that person they know your mother and they know your grandmother. You know what I mean? And my sister case is just not gonna be one. So like I tell you, I was supposed to be here earlier, but yesterday is the first time in a week that me and my little brother got some sleep. You know what I mean? You're exhausted your resources, your mental space. And at the same time, you had to cope and you had a balance because you had a family to take care of. And you know what I mean? And then you had the people with the negativity, and you're wondering if this is the guy or what going on. And I even wanted to come here today to say, don't all that, you don't know week on 2 days. And nobody from the representative would, I don't beat up with politics, but I've seen it. And I've heard people talk about it. Now I live in it. And nobody from no party, no seat has reached out to us. Nobody has come and see what we need or see what's going on or trying to assist. And I ain't care about the money, me want the money. But the fact that something so tragic happened, and I remember when election and time going on, they come in and check a man for votes and all them stupidness. And no to be seen, nobody.
You received no call at
No
all
call,
from-
nothing.
from no.
Vinci is not home anymore, man.
What do you mean by that?
How? You know what I mean? No gold, no diamond. And I buried my sister. Vinci, for me, I had to leave St. Vincent to excel. Music, career, finance, and that has happened. You know what I mean? And then I came back here to try to do something and excel more. And I left Vinci for that reason. And I came back and try again. And then this happened. And then nobody reaching out. Vinci people giving negative remarks and fighting on their own. This is a tragedy that happened to any mother. That could happen to anybody, your sister, your mother, your woman, anybody. It don't feel like a home no more, my boy. It literally just took the last drain. The last drain, man. You know what I mean? And to see the people not rallying around it real heartbreaking. And I ain't care who want to talk, but they gotta talk. But I just telling you the facts, man. Could have happened to you, Ben. Could have happened to anybody. And you want to tell me, Vinci people rather sit down and make up the stories and talk what they want to talk. And they ain't trying to rally around. That was a woman. It don't matter what lifestyle she lived or how she lived it. That was her life to live. But it wasn't meant to be taken away that way. You know what I mean? And like I tell her, Bing, Vinci ain't a home no more, man. It ain't a home anymore. It's just an island with people on it.
What are you feeling now? What emotions are you feeling now as you speak as you speak so passionately about the death of your sister, the way she was murdered, women and how women are being treated and all of that? You feel like if you wanna give up, or you wanna you're not gonna give up, you're gonna keep pushing on? What?
There's so many memories where I always when my sister grew up close, same school. You know what I mean? Only difference when we got to secondary school, I went to Thomas and she went to girls' high. You know what I mean? But for most of the time growing up, same primary school. And I remember most times I would be defending her, you know what I mean? Right now, that's the mode I'm in right now. You know what I mean? Somebody did something to my sister. I always did. Me, he ain't looking for no charity. Me, he ain't looking for no sympathy, yo. That's my little sister. I'm still a big brother. I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? And for me, I feel like sometimes when I feel like born in the wall, at the same time, you know, I have my kids. You know what I mean? I have my mother here. I have my little brother. I can't do that. So the only thing right now in my mind, even though I'm tired, even though I'm heartbroken, empty, is to make sure my sister case gets solved and it don't come no cold case. I don't care who I have to take you. I don't care who I bring lawyer. I don't care about none of them things. You know what I mean?
Do you have, without saying a name, if you do you have a suspect in mind? Your mind, do you think?
The police already have this for suspects, and you know they did the apprehendings already, and right now we're just doing the investigation and they're doing this stuff. I've been on the road, I've been assisting with information, and of course the police would still do their own work.
Right.
But I always say this, they have a book to go by. They have an 8 hour shift and they have days off. I don't have no book, I don't have no shift, I don't have no day off. So if I could be out there lending my assistance to them, I will. You know what I mean? And they have already made certain arrests. They already have their list right now. They're just doing the investigation. So like I tell you, yesterday is the first time that me and my little brother got some sleep, because now it's up to the police now.
How you? I mean, you were supposed to be here this morning at 7:15, and you got some sleep. How did you sleep? I mean, like, what? That must have been.
I think it was just the exhaustion took over.
Yeah,
you know, because I was there talking to my family, and then I just got lightheaded, and then, you know, when I went upstairs, my little brother was already sleeping, so I just lay down, think about my sister for a while, and then, you know, that was it. I was out. Yeah, and then as my fiance woke me up this morning, I remind me about the.
Yes, that you have to be here. Have you seen her body since she was moved from the house?
Yeah. My mom, I don't know how she bounced back from it. It's her only daughter, and she was the last person to speak to her just around 10:30. You know, there was, you know, doing the little conversations, and since the day she hasn't even seen the body. Everything is me and my little brother. You know, my family, most of our family is abroad, and my stepdad, he can't handle it. He's very old. My mom can't handle it, so it's just us. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've seen the body. We went to the morgue. I've seen the body already. I've seen the body when everybody took it away and everything. So yeah.
Right. Before you found her body, when last? What was the last time you spoke to her?
That was just around. We left home a little after 7 to go Leeward side, drop off my little brother by my grandmother and my daughter to she godmother in Vermont.
And do you remember what conversation?
Yeah, because I had forgotten my daughter bag with the Pampers and wipes, and we took her down to the godmother, and the godmother was like, "James, I'm gonna need the bag, so you might have to go back home for the bag." So I got real upset. I was like, "Damn!" To leave from Vermont to go down, so to come back down again, because we're trying to reach the party and we're done late. I was real upset, so I said, "You know, hell, I have to go back home." You know, and then we met with sister-in-law and stuff, so we didn't need to go again because she have a baby, so we told her to take some of this stuff up there. So we didn't have to go there again, you know what I mean? So I called her now, my sister, and I was like, "I forget, you know, daughter bag. You see it?" And she said, "Yeah, it's on the table." And that was just around after 8. Yeah,
and that was the very last conversation. And when you hung up the phone, there was you didn't, it was like...
No. I heard the music in the background playing, so I know she listening to music and vibes, and so she was good.
Right.
And then my mom talked to her just around after 10, and she was good.
Did your mom say what was the conversation?
Yeah, they was just talking about how I am a child, and, you know, makeup and facial, you know, women
stuff,
talking.
yes.
Yeah. And it was a good conversation, no distress or anything.
Not knowing that would have been the last conversation. Yeah. What is upsetting you more? I mean, you spoke about women who are commenting and making certain remarks about your sister and speculating and pointing and this and allegations and all of that. That seemed to be troubling you quite a bit.
Yeah.
The fact that she was killed, and also the fact of how she was killed.
Yeah. That is exactly, for me, that is the most angering part of it all. You know what I mean? We see it happening. Even when I was in Sink, I saw a story of a little girl who was chopped up and put in a cocoa sack bag and all these things. And then I see something again with a man boxing up a woman and all these things, and it growing. And how could it not get you angry to hear women, you know what I mean, women talking them kind of things? And when the world or the nation watching on, this is a moment for people to get together. This is a moment for people to do the thing. And so much crimes happening right now, not just against women, you know what I mean? But to see it happen to a woman, man, we should be cherishing them. We should be respecting the decisions, respecting the choices, respecting the bodies. If a woman want to go down the road, carnival, and dress how she want to dress, so be it. That is part of the culture.
Right.
You know what I mean? That is part of the norm now. That is her choice. So let her express herself. Let her be. If it's a no, it's a no. You know what I mean? And even though we talk about that, the most angering part is just to hear a woman bashing a woman who just got murdered or some kind of stupidness. So for me, I mean, that is the most angering thing.
What's the next step for you? What do you think you're gonna do next?
Well, the whole life change, you know what I mean? I had to make certain adjustments now. The next step for me is trying to find back some form of normalcy, you know what I mean? It's 26 years I had my sister. I could remember when they bring she home. I could remember changing pampers. I could remember hearing she crying.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I was there, you know. It was real close. It's 26 years as somebody life that was just chopped out. So right now, my next step after the case, after the funeral, is trying to find, you know what I mean? Trying to find back some sense of who we are, you know?
Are you gonna stay on for a while till Vincent?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here a while, man. I ain't going nowhere. Not until the case finish, I ain't going anyway. So I hear, you know what I mean? Using whatever resources we can. Like I tell you, every day we're on the road. You know, right now it's just we're gonna get a little rest and just see what the police come up with, and if there's anything new, we're back on the road again.
Are you concerned about other family members, the safety of other family members, because you don't know, you know, why she was murdered in that brutal way? Are you concerned about the safety of anyone else? Your mother, your stepfather, your
I'm not worried about them, their safety right now. Like I say, everybody around family right now. That moment when my sister was killed, she was basically alone. You know what I mean? Nobody around. So right now, family right now is a time for people to gather around. So family around family right now. So I ain't worried.
Right. And you said this is in Dorsetshire. This is Lower Dorsetshire or Upper Dorsetshire?
Upper, man. We're on the very top. Overlooking all of this. You know what I mean? Once you stay in our porch, you could see everything. So we're at the very top. It's a lonely area. You know, Dorsetshire, very bushy. Yeah, that was a friend as well. That was Sunshine. Yeah.
So she's from the same
man.
area.
Yeah, man, Sunshine, my girl too, man. So when I saw it, it was real shocking to see that happen to her. You know what I mean? Sunshine always bubbly and you know always up. You know, she just had that energy, man.
And know in your mind that you ever think that you had to consider the safety of your sister, given that Sunshine.
There were moments, even when I came back, there were moments after I observed the place and the area. There were moments I was concerned, especially with the high grasses and the dark areas. You know, there was moments I was concerned, but you know, never really took action in it. You know, in my mind, I was just here for a time. You know, that was their property, that was their thing. I guess they're comfortable living like that, and it's Dorsetshire Hill, man. You know, to see no crimes happening up there, my boy, is like so real. Like, remember, you could leave your door open up there. You know what I mean? You could go down by a bedroom house and sleep there, and you had to worry about them kind of stuff. But no, up there like a ghost town, people closing in the doors early. You know, nobody on the blocks anymore, nobody on the ends anymore, everybody in the house. So right now, it's just good time up there right now.
What have your emotions been like since then? Have you been crying a lot? Have you been angry a lot? And who have you been angry with?
I'm a little bit like I tell how to talk because he be in this sense, and we haven't had the chance to break down as yet. We haven't had the chance to take it in as yet. You know, everybody else have done their fair shares of breakdown and stuff. But we just haven't as yet because we just so focused and determined, you know what I mean? You know, for me, there was mixed emotions like anger, you know what I mean? For sure, anger was there. You know, you're wondering why. Most of the time for me now, it's just more of a humble energy right now because I gotta focus, you know what I mean? I was angry, I was upset, I was out for anything, but I can't do that right now. If it's any time in my life I had to be focused, was right now. You know what I mean? Like I tell you, my sister case ain't gonna go cold and it ain't gonna go unsolved, man. So right now, the only emotions I have right now is just determination. You know what I mean? Yeah, I haven't had the time to grieve or anything like that. You know what I mean? I might even grieve right now, to be honest, because there's still a lot to do even after the case finished, after the funeral. You know what I mean? I had to make sure my family good and, you know, certain life adjustments I had to put in place. And then maybe after I could do that.
And you spoke about no moral and emotional support. No one called you from none of the politicians
No
called
seats,
you. No opposition, no government,
no
no one.
government.
What about support from the community? Have you been getting a lot of that?
We got support from the people we know we need support from. I ain't gonna be nobody to front our cap. Any community, anywhere you go, it had them people who just never liked you. It had them people who want to hear your business so they could get something to talk. So we have one or two people who came out and support, and them is the people we generally know that was there for us. Again, one or two people who came out and support, and we know, you know what I mean, snake and grass behavior. You know what I mean? But people came out, people has reached out from the community. And, you know, we, like I said, even Sunday night, you know, we were able to apprehend another suspect Sunday night with the police. And that was through efforts of people in the community.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because they know me. And, you know, they know my sister. And I be putting in the walks and I be telling them, you know what I mean? And to see that Sunday night, we were able to catch somebody. It was a real good vibe.
But there's no that person have not been. You don't know for a fact. It's just a suspect.
It's just a suspect
at this
right now.
point.
Yeah. Still an open case. Like I say, you know what I mean? I have to big up the man at the crime units. You know, man like Alex, man like Collins, man like Duncan. You know what I mean? These guys have been on it. Like I tell you, on it. And I know, like I said, it's not everything I would be able to know or be able to discuss. It's not everything they can, because it's a police investigation. Them guys doing their job. But the information, what we know and what we have, is through our own works. I don't know how some people would have a murder case in their family and just sit on crying every day and letting the police do this stuff. There's still a slim chance that the police might never get anything. You know what I mean? But you going out and putting in the work, and people being in that moment with you, people would more come out and be like, you know what I mean? So sometimes we just gotta put in the extra work and not just sit down and wait.
When you said earlier on that the police have limited resources, what exactly do you mean specifically with this?
Limited resources is like, you know what I mean? I've heard stories where police looking for more money, and you know, the guys do a lot of extensive job, a lot of extensive work. You know, and like I say, everybody's seen it. We've seen it on TV. We've seen it on where detectives and stuff would be cracking some midnight oils and these kind of things. But that is not the reality here. Them guys can't crack midnight oils. Them guys can't put in the extra time if by reasons that is all limited to. Like I told you, police had to do things by the book. Police have to do things by an 8-hour shift, and they had the days off. You know what I mean? And I've seen them guys tired. You know, I've seen them guys doing what they gotta do. But I know for a fact, you know what I mean, I could see it, that there's limited resources that they can move with and that they can use. And maybe this is why a lot of the stuff happening with the unsolved cases, and this is why a lot of cases taking longer to crack. And it's not even that, it's just the respect people have for them. You know, it's when something happened, the only how police could get things is by people. You know what I mean? And if the people not cooperating and if the people not helping, I know I ain't saying every police is in the clay or in the rights or in the ranks. But in the moments where it matter, I think the people should just cooperate, and I think the people should just put whatever resources together. We have over how much 100,000 of people. We have a lot of resources if we come together. Yeah.
Have you? I think I saw something that you've put up for information, that you're asking for information, and you're willing to tell me. Tell
Currently,
us about that.
we putting out a $2,500 US reward for any critical information that could seal the case. You know what I mean?
What kind of information
I mean, information as somebody might have seen somebody with a weapon or seen somebody in the air or even hear somebody talk about it. You know what I mean? I really don't know how this part of it works. It's the first time this happening. But I'm just more that somebody might know something that could bring something to the case and put it in a perspective that we need. Even though we have the suspects, even though them guys don't make their arrest and they're doing the investigation, it's still an open case. You think close it.
Oh, when you saw the room and the body and what took place, did you feel that it was one person, or did you think it was something that was done by more than one person?
Well, I feel it was one person. You know what I mean? I definitely think it was one person.
Yes. And nothing was missing from the room?
No, there was no sign of robbery, no forced entry. No. We have a big TV outside with games and all them thing, and that was even gone. My laptop was there, jewelry, everything was there, money, everything. It was no robbery.
Wow.
It was a premeditated. It was a fixed thing on my sister. You know what I mean? After the person even finished, they walked down to my stepfather's room, opened his door, made sure he was sleeping, and closed it back. So that's how we know it was just targeted to him.
How you know that the person did that?
We saw the blood trails go straight down to the door, and he fell asleep with the door closed. So there's only one reason you can go down to that door. It's to check to make sure nothing was hard and nobody jumping or hiding. So I'm sleeping and just pull it back in.
Do you personally feel that it's somebody who knows the house, who knows the layout of
it
the
had to
place?
be somebody who knows the area.
And knows the
Where
area.
we live there, man, you had to know we live out there to come in there. You have to know. You have to know. And you have to know that some persons would have cameras. You have to know the area. You had already been up in there. Because where we live, man, I tell you, it's a drive, and then after it's still a drive, and then it's still a ways in, very bushy, very dark. You won't know a house out there until you go up in there. Yeah. So you had to know the area.
If someone has any information, what can they do? If someone, before we get to that someone, okay, if someone have any information, what should they do? Any kind of information, as you say, someone who overheard something, someone who's seen someone walking from the house, a vehicle, anything at all. What should they do?
I mean, of course, the first point of contact we always ask is to contact the police, go down to the major crime unit department and ask one of the guys there. Everybody there's aware of the case, and any information would be great. But of course, like I just explained, some people don't want to relate with police. They could always hit me up, any family member, you know what I mean? I've been on the social media a while now, for the past week blowing up. So just hit me up, James Ashton, you know what I mean? Any information at all, I'm grateful.
What do you have to say to that person who is hearing us speak about this situation right now? That person who is out there and who is listening to you on the radio. What do you have to say to this person right now?
We don't find you. I mean, I don't want you to take comfort that you're gonna get away. I don't want to take comfort that this was one out for the books. All I gotta say is that we won't find you. Yeah.
And that's all you want to say to that person?
Yeah. That's all I will say to that person on the radio. Yeah.
Yes. Are you filled with rage now? Or you seem like if you are... Well, you said that you haven't broken down as yet. You seem as if you're not too far from it.
Yeah, man. Some stuff happened yesterday. I was like, Yeah, so I close. So right now, anytime, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And do you think that your brother, your little brother, your mom, may need any sort of help coping? Someone who can help assist to help the rest of your family cope? Are you asking, or you good with that?
Nah, like I tell you, my side of the family, man, we hold we own. Even though we don't, we hold we own. You know what I mean? Like I said, I didn't come in for sympathy or charity.
Yes.
It ain't money for we and them stuff there. You know what I mean? It's about just understanding, you know, why. You know what I mean? Like, we have so much different people within the family and friends. And to see it happen to my sister, that the person she is, man. Yeah. Everybody right now just wondering why. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then when we know why, even though the why will not be justifiable for what you do, when we know why, we could at least put some understanding to what went on. Because we still don't know what happened.
Yes.
We still don't know how it happened.
You've been trying to visualize in your head what went on in that room.
From the suspects and the arrest and whatever going on, we've already put 1 or 2 stories in the head of what happened. But we just need to see which one of those stories is what really happened.
I'm really sad to hear your story this morning, and I'm dumbfounded, really. I heard of the murder, but I didn't realize that it was so graphic. I didn't realize that it was so brutal.
Yeah.
When you said that she was chopped up all over her body like that much, I didn't get that. I thought that she was murdered and not that.
No, she suffered, man. And there's another thing again, that so many times these things happen and we're just going to sit on the news, and then we might see a couple of weeks after we catch our arrest, and then that's it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I've already made up my mind that I'm making sure the world never forget this. I'm making sure that it never leave people's minds. You know what I mean? I can make sure that my sister's name and she legacy is still relevant. And it ain't gonna be the last case like this. And it ain't gonna be the last gruesome case. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be the last thing like this that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I hope in the next time it happens, that family or that those persons take the same initiative that I've taken and let the world know what's happening and what is going on. You know what I mean? And I hoping that this, and I using my sister's incident as an example.
Right. You think she suffered before she died, or she?
Yeah, man. Yeah, she did. Yeah, there was chops in the middle of she head, she back of she head.
All that must have been playing on your mind.
Yeah.
And all that. James, I want to thank you for finding the strength and for digging deep down inside. For coming out this morning and speaking about this matter. As you said, it's not just about this, but for others that can happen in the future.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you're coping. I really don't know how you're coping and how you're making it. I just do not know how you're coping and how you're making it. And you said you've got a reward out, $2,500 US for information.
Yeah.
And anyone who's got any information can contact the Major Crime Unit.
Yeah.
And
or just hit me up social media.
How do they find you on social media?
James Climate Ashton, man. Very easy to find.
Yeah. You good?
I try hanging in there, man.
Yeah. Under the present circumstances.
Yeah. Just you know what I mean, ready, man. Just to put it to rest and bury my sister and try find back, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because even after that, I gotta leave here, and you know what I mean? Yeah. I kind of feel messed up that in a way, like, you know, I'm burying her here and I leave her here. I mean, sometimes I wish I could just take her.
When you left to come home, you've never had anything sort in your mind.
At all. My mom got shot 3 times about 16 years ago. Yeah, when back when I was in Sign Hill, we got robbed at the supermarket. She got shot when she was pregnant. So the second time around, man, I can tell you, been seeing a home. You know what I mean? Not anymore.
You're just giving up.
Yeah,
Giving up on St. Vincent.
Yeah, man, living seeing a home, man. Can't be no home. You know what I mean? How can it be a home and even the people not making it feel like a home? It's just what it is. You know?
Don't be afraid. Also as well too, that if you need any help, you know, I know that you're grieving.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to
thanks, man. Bless you.
To reach out.
Yeah, big up the Boom family, man. You know, it's
Don't
long
be
time.
afraid.
Long time around with Boom, so I appreciate the time, man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
And if you got any information that you want us to share, we continue to give information about the reward, and so that people could know that there's a reward out for any kind of information at all. Once it's credible, to send that information and to contact you on your social media platform. Again, at
James Climate Ashton.
James on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah. James, thank you very much for coming in this morning.
I appreciate it,
brother.
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah, man. Give
Thank you
thanks
very much. Thank you. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I am the Rolly boss. I'm representing for every thugs you pass. Ha, step up. To every youth out there die young, by the knife or die by guns, yeah. And Rolly say R.I.P. Yeah. I know me no know where them kill you for. Me no know where them kill you for. But Jah knows, yeah. Me no know where them kill you for. I know me no know where them kill you for. But Jah knows. Only Jah knows. Hey, so you know, so your true friend gone. When you 30 you can't stop ball. Me heart move when I hear name call. Big man I cry like y'all. The other day when my birthday pass, me and you a smoke and a drink and laugh. Never did know at the last time we a sit down and flash. Brother, me wish me coulda see you now. Me still have good advice for you now. People tell me say life goes on, but me still miss you anyhow. Jah knows. And now me no know where them kill you for. No know where them kill you for. Jah knows. It hurt me so much to see you gone. You never live, they say you gone. You see your mother cry at your funeral. The girl like us say you feed them all. We still lay down and kick it off. Still I call your name when me and Grizzly talk. Bad mind still a pray when they whip a pass. Me still a laugh. Cause we have to read same way. The brother still a beg it song same way. Me hope say me a go see you someday. Do you can your memory stay. Brother, me wish me coulda see you now. Me still have good advice figure you know. People tell me say life goes on, but me still me say anyhow.
To all the folks on the Facebook Live who are sending love and support to James and his family, let me say thank you on his behalf, on his family's behalf. Thank you. That's one of the things that he said that he's been having a problem with, whereby persons and persons who he would have not expected, especially females have been bashing and has been coming up with all sort of things when he thought that females would have been more supportive to the cause. Good morning, Carter, you're live.
Good morning, Brother Bing. How are you?
I'm doing well, Mr. Hamilton.
Very happy for what you do sometimes to bring people on here. When you bring them on and encourage more people to do part of this, because I tell you, I do different than you. I call them. So I call thousands, and they're suffering, they're hurting. When you look at the stats coming from UNICEF, it's a number 4 for the most assault on young children. Sexual, it's tremendous. Number 1 for rape of 3 years ago on, and you just raised it. Young girls who are harassed. They're harassed by all police, they're harassed by doctors, they're harassed by politicians, they're harassed by pastors, they're harassed by their stepfather, they're harassed by their father. And I'm saying is that for me, the guy is saying you're surprised. Surprise, my brother. We are in a no-win situation. We had a professor came here in 2018. He said we are at a very chronic stage. Nothing was done. When I listened to the commissioner, when he came on here with your radio station, saying that that he's going to do, ask him what has he done. Look at what now, 29. 29, I don't know if they bring any 2 that they have. But we're thinking about 30 at July, and think about the implications for that. We have now taken over Trinidad per capita for 100,000 for crime. And nothing. And they flying out. You hear Mr. Gonzalez fly out with the wife gone, with the wife and gone. They would fight with me. Nobody seemed to care. And around him, a police station within his very compound to protect him, and police galore around him, and our public are suffering. Mr. Bing, it's unacceptable. That is why most people are going to like me. If you all was like Hammy and Bing, we would have done make changes already. It's time for them to go. It's time for them to pack up. I know they're sweet, but they can't catch me. I don't want no big walking Jesco or Braxter. I don't want no new car. You come in my house and rotten it down. I want democracy. It is time changes be made at the top. We want to see the commissioner, deputy commissioner, all of the hierarchies resign. I thank God for Inspector Oliver. He is a wonderful policeman. I believe he believes in rule of law. He's a God-fearing man. You have a very good officer, Sergeant Ross. They will speak to you. They don't care whether you hate or whether you criticize Ralph Gonsalves. But most of the police are actually not promoting a loyalty. They're not performing. Traffic, every section of the police basically has abandoned us. Even to do surveillance. It never used to happen so under the watch of Milton Cato. We're talking too much. My brother, I feel your pain, and there are many like you. Why? Because our leaders have failed us, paid on our taxpayers' money to frighten us and to victimize us, to block us out on radio station. God bless you and the Extreme radio station for allowing me to speak. I am not disrespectful to them. I love them. I call them and I pray for them. But for God's sake, man, it's time, man. It's time, comrade. It's time you pack up, man. It's time you all will leave us alone and allow our country. You see, St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, Anguilla countries are trying. What are you all doing? Getting paid? Why should our police officers hierarchy be paid to do what? To see literally people bloodshed galore? Hey man, I gone, my brother, I love you, you know. I love you because I ain't no lighting. I just call your office to tell them I send $40 we come in to give to Elvis. Thank you for what you did to Elvis and what you're doing for people. I know you're not perfect. I know you're under a lot of pressure. I know they want to beat you down. I'm so happy, finally, what you spoke about. We took it a shot. You remember you spoke about it? You said, hey, no Tito's. Oh, no Tito's shot. That was in the comments. And you say, hey, me know all you. Me know how all you like. Me know that all your professional nurses and so on. That's what they do. Force people to lie. Fraud. Oh, God, America. We need help. Not Biden. not the FBI of America. Republicans, we need help in St. Vincent. We need help. Oh, God, my brother, love you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hamilton. Dr. Richards won't be with us this morning. So if you want to call, you can call 451-1069 as a number to call. As Dr. Richards won't be with us this morning, so we've got the extra time to take some calls if you want to call. All right, 451-1069. In the meantime, Shady, let's get some of that. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I the unruly boss. I'm representing for every thugs you pass. Ha, step up. To every youth so dear die young. By the knife or die by
OMG in the morning. Morning.
R.I.P. I know me no know where them kill you far. Me no know where them kill you far. But Jah knows, yeah. Me no know where them kill you for. Now me no know where them kill you for. But Jah knows.
You know, I've got in my hand my phone, and I'm looking at a photograph of young man, looks like, who's on the ground with his brains splashed out, like he was shot point blank. This took place this morning at the side of the road, you know, and it's difficult to. And I've just instructed them not to put this up on our social media, that they should not put this photo up on our social media site. All right, it's difficult to see these things, you know. It's really hard. Got tons of messages that have been coming in. Someone said James is strong and brave man. I cannot imagine his pain. Praying for closure for him and his family. That's one. And let's see if I can get to some of those that are on the Facebook Live, like one of the millions. This thing hurts me so bad. I'm reading, all right? I know her mother. How could people be so wicked? That's another one. And someone else says, thanks for your quick response. Someone is saying, to senior lawyer. So saying, I agree with Hamilton. There is a lack of citizen security in SVG. Someone else is saying. I mean, there's so much of them. I won't have time to read all of them. And it's tight. It's really rough. It's really rough. I don't know how James found the strength to do what he did this morning in this interview. I just don't know how he found the strength to even stood there and have that conversation with me this morning. At times I saw, like, you know, he was breaking down a bit, but he was holding it back. You know, he was fighting it hard. But it's not easy. It's not easy. Death is never easy. And then on top of that, compounded on that, the way she was murdered, that to me is a double whammy. You know, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. I see that someone is saying we're having some problems still on our FM band, and yes, we are aware of a problem. Someone said that we're going off air on the radio every 2-3 minutes. We are off air of the situation. We're trying to get it sorted out, and so please bear with us. We're having some technical problems with our transmitter and with some equipment that is being ordered. So as soon as those come, and I know it's difficult to listen to, that it's going off and on, going off and on and off and on, but please bear with us, okay? I'm asking you to please bear with us. Yeah. If it gets worse today, then I'll have to make a decision as to what we'll do. But bear with us, please. It will be sorted by the end of this week. Before the end of this week, that problem of it's going off and on will be sorted. All right, the necessary part has been ordered and will be here hopefully by tomorrow or Thursday. All right, so please bear with us. Tell you what, we're gonna take a quick break, come right back, and we're gonna do a wrapping up right here on OMG in the morning. As I said, must apologize, Dr. Richards to not have been with us this morning. Mr. Weeks also was not available this morning as well too. As I told you, I was going to try and reach out to him to see if he would have been available, but he's not available as well. You know, he's into the summer program as well too. So we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come right back and we're going to do a wrapping up right here on OMG in the morning on this Tuesday morning.
I tell them save good energy and flowing now.
Memorial Funeral Home is dedicated to meeting the needs of our customers. We go above and beyond to ensure satisfaction and convenience. That is why we are extending our services to the diaspora. Working with Caribbean Funeral Home in New York, burial packages can now be completed in New York to cover burials in St. Vincent, and likewise, packages can be made in St. Vincent to cover burials in New York. Caribbean Funeral Home is located on 1922 Utica Avenue, Brooklyn. Call their office at 718-444-1818 or WhatsApp at 347-925-9557 or 347-231-5410. For more information, call our local office at 458-8888. Memorial Funeral Home. Quality, convenience, and affordability.
Paladin SVG Inc. Alarm Solution is second to none. We offer intrusion alarm systems, security radar, active infrared beams, and emergency alarm systems. Get perimeter protection for your premises. Active infrared beams protect large areas. Our radar video linkage solution sends data to PTZ cameras for active target tracking so you can take immediate action. Intrusion alarm systems offer reliable protection and records video the moment the alarm is triggered and sends footage to users via email or the app. Intelligent alarm systems mean you can control your home from anywhere in the world. Find out more at Paladin SVG Inc. at telephone number 784-457-7241.
This is Locally Made. My name is Jillian Cruikshank. Join us on IKTV channel 112, where we premiere and air Locally Made, a program featuring locally made produce right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We'll show you how it's made and how it is done. Remember, every Thursday, 8 p.m. on IKTV channel 112.
White teachers for all the...
Hi, my name is Sharon Roberts. I am a graduate of the University of the West Indies Open Campus in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Well, my journey at Open Campus was a challenging learning experience. However, it's had a meaningful impact in that I was able to further develop myself as an individual with regards to learning how to balance and prioritize everyday life situations, social life, along with academics. I would encourage prospective students to study at the Open Campus. For one, it is very flexible. It allows you to have a full-time job, work, while engaging with your family and also pursuing your dream. Two, it is affordable as compared to other universities. And three, the quality of work, it provides first-class education, which allows you to compete on a global scale.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Hit it up to your inner move. Stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
106.9. Come on. SVG's number one.
From your wake up this morning, you's a winner. Yeah. From your wake up this morning, you's a winner.
All right, listen, let me tell you about Hotel Alexandria. Man, they've got this big event that's taking place this coming Saturday at the Culture Bar and Grill. Listen, get your taste buds ready. In other words, don't eat anything at all Saturday whole day. Have nothing. Don't even drink any water on Saturday. Because we all are heading to Hotel Alexandria at the Culture Bar and Grill. Yeah? For the sizzling Saturday night barbecue. Yeah, man. Come out on Saturday night from 6 p.m. at the Culture Bar Barbecue as they fire it up at the Culture Bar and Grill. Whether you're a meat lover or you like me now, you like to eat things from the sea, yeah, that's the place for you. Culture Barbecue as something to satisfy every craving. Indulge in the most tasteful choice of pork ribs, succulent chicken, and fresh fish, all grilled to perfection. Yep, where is that happening? At Culture Bar and Grill at Hotel Alexandria. Gather your friends, in other words, rung up your friends, get them all together, and say, listen, we're gonna either go in 3 vehicles or we're gonna just hire one bus, and we all go together at Culture Bar and Grill and join them for the massive Saturday night barbecue in Prospect. Yeah. Come out and have some great food. Remember, great service, great food. You won't miss it. You will smell the amazing. When you're grilling, there's something you must smell when you're grilling, and that's the garlic. And you will smell all that garlic aroma and all the great scent, all at the Culture Bar and Grill. Remember, it's from 6 o'clock this Saturday. Don't you miss it. Get ready for it. And I will definitely see you there. Yeah, man. For sure. We will be there. Hey, listen, Coates Optical, where designer brands like a boss with stars only at Coates Optical. Shop with ready finance and pay $0 down for 19 days. In other words, you don't have to pay anything for 3 months. Make your appointment today online at coatesoptical.com. Ask them about their free eye exams and Blue Block. Terms and conditions do apply. Coates Optical, value you can see. Yeah. Let's go back to some food. Remember, you don't have to wait until Thursday to order your pizza. You can order it right now. Yep, right now. As Max Pizza and Kitchen Beckway introduces Vinci Pizza delivery every Friday. So they deliver it every Friday, but you could order it anytime in the week, like right now, like today, anytime today, up until 10 o'clock. All right, you can place those orders. How do you do that? You can send a WhatsApp at 528-1854 between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Or you can call the restaurant at 458-3474 between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. What is my music level sounding so low? Sure, you pull along my music levels over there? You got my music levels down over there? Shady? You got my music levels down over there? No, man, carry me up, no, man. Stop, so. Give me some music levels over there. Turn up the music levels. Yes, don't do that. I'll do it over here. Wait, what? Huh? You all bowl it all and you all come down and bat and then go and catch it in the slips and then go and go down with the bungeries and all. You all do everything? Can't do that wrong here. Listen, so as we continue, all orders will be delivered by a Max representative the following Friday at the wharf for 5:30 p.m. upon the arrival at the Beckway Express. And listen, if you don't have transport to pick it up, call the Vinci Uber. What's the Vinci Uber number to get it for you and deliver it for you? For small fee, of course. What's the Vinci Uber number? The Vinci Uber back on the road? Next week, okay. So no Vinci Uber. But we got something though. We got something. Yeah. Okay, good. One. You know, same thing you see Mario said about you in a meeting with me yesterday, and I did defending you. I'm there telling Mario, Mario, no. He's not like that. He's not like that. So, maybe don't do that. I'm there saying that. But it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Hey, Barry's, good morning to the staff at Barry's Auto Parts. Barry's in Annisville, in Annisville, the green container by J&G Tire Shop. They sell vehicle parts such as windshield for SR40. What's that? So SR40.
SR40?
Yeah, what's that? You don't know. He doesn't know. You can get a windshield for AE110. What's that?
A Corolla.
Corolla, okay. And EP91. What's that? Yeah. A Suzuki Swift, you can get windshield for that as well too. You can get steering wheel racks for RAV4, AE110, Suzuki Swift, and Starlet. You can get a front cut for also an AE110 and EP91, all at Barry's in Annisville. All right. And they also have lights, tail lights, indicator lights, and headlights and fenders. Contact Barry's at 593-5226 at Barry's Auto Parts. They're now in Annisville. Yeah, I'll tell you again. Barry's, Annisville, green container by J&G Tire Shop. You can't miss them. Don't you dare miss them. And my buddy Woodsy. Woodsy morning, buddy. But Woodsy say he coming to see, but he ain't coming between the time that I'm on the radio and 10 o'clock. I don't know. He's radio. We see he ain't coming here. He ain't coming here. What did he say? He's not coming. He's not coming here while we're on the radio. You'll come right after. For all I know, you downstairs waiting for you to come off the radio. Hey, Woodsy's, good morning to Woodsy's, my buddy. All right. Woodsy's karaoke is happening this Friday and each and every Friday. The original karaoke king of Brooklyn Hills Costello will be doing it. You know where Woodsy's is. I don't have to tell you where Woodsy's is. 1123 Carrington Avenue, Brooklyn, New York City. And listen, Woodsy's is that place with its safety is a major thing that everybody's thinking about. You gotta have a safe and clean surrounding. That's Woodsy's. The famous Rasta Pasta, Woodsy's. Their wings, their buffalo wings, their spicy wings, Woodsy's. Their special cocktails, rum swizzle, Woodsy's. Caribbean rum punch, Woodsy's. Painkiller, Woodsy's. El Presidente, Woodsy's. Bottled Bay, Corona, $6, Woodsy's. Heineken, $6, Woodsy's. Guinness, $6. Red Stripe, $5, Woodsy's. Budweiser, $5, Woodsy's. Dragon Stout, $6, Woodsy's. Heineken Zero, Woodsy's, $6. Beck's non-alcoholic, Woodsy's. If you're gonna go, let's go up a little bit and get a little bit more fancy. Shady, you can't go, we need to do something. Yeah, okay, cool. The frozen oasis, Vinci Sunset Punch, $15, Woodsy's. Vinci Nice, $15, Woodsy's. Vinci Rum Jumbie, coming soon, Woodsy's. Banana Jama, $15, coming already there, Woodsy's. Cocoa Freeze, $15, Woodsy's. Banana Mudslide, $15, Woodsy's. Lemon Drop, $15, Woodsy's. Tropical Lemonade, $15, Woodsy's. Jamaican Punch, $15, Woodsy's. Punch of Cream, $15, Woodsy's. Banana Cabana, $15, Woodsy's. Pina Colada, $15, Woodsy's. Frozen Margarita, $14, Margaritas, Woodsy's. Strawberry, $14, Woodsy's. Mango, $14, Woodsy's. Watermelon, $14, Woodsy's. Frozen daiquiri, $14, Woodsy's. Strawberry, passion fruit, peach, guava, Woodsy's. You know, Woodsy's has now become a celebrity of sort in St. Vincent. I'll give you two examples, Shady. So, last week, Woodsy came to the station for the first time. You know, he came over Carnival, and you know, he spent some time in the office with me. We hung out because you know, seeing each other. You mean come and spend practically the whole morning. So I said, "Look, come let me take you to lunch, man." So I took him out by my partner Rafik at
That's when I'll be up float.
you see, you're such a commerce man. You see, here we go. You're such a commerce man. Or the only shade you see a P no way, he's a commerce man. But you got it wrong this time.
Never mind,
So,
I didn't get invited.
You got it wrong. You got it wrong. So I said, let me take you by my partner Rafik at Lavue Beach Bar to have some lunch. You know, took him there. Which is a good guy. He's a good brother. He's a good comrade. So we went there and we having lunch. While we there having lunch, Skinny came in. Skinny Fabulous. You know, bunks me. So when I'm leaving now, when we leave him, I get up to the TV shop. He said, Bing, come here. We talking about something now. Then say, so I say, and my buddy there, Woodsy say, that's the Woodsy we talking about? That's Woodsy? I say, yeah, that's Woodsy. That's one. Yeah. We went somewhere else again. Somebody say, oh, it's you as Woodsy. Yeah, that's Woodsy. And Woodsy is a very unassuming, you know, guy. He quiet, you know what? He prefer to stay in the background. I say, but your car, build your brand name Woodsy's and don't want nobody to know that you're Woodsy. So we went by float now. We commerce man. You see, you're so commerce. If I have to do you, what you did, you know, I'll mash up everything. I'll mash up the whole cup. You want me to talk? You want me to talk about Flow Wine Bar? Should I talk about Flow Wine Bar, Shady?
I was doing deliveries.
You're doing deliveries. You certainly were doing some deliveries. So we went to Flow Wine Bar, myself, Woodsy, Scorpion, and somebody else was there. Somebody else who's there? Who's there? Who was the guy? Can't remember. Anyway, whoever the person was. So we went there. Oh, yes, pressure. Andre Liverpool. We went there at lunch and thing. So the owner, Andrew of Flow Wine Bar came over. So I say, hey, this is my partner. This is Woodsy. He say, oh, you Woodsy? Andrew from Flow, the owner of Flow. Oh, you Woodsy who been be talking about every morning? You Woodsy? Yeah, I'm Woodsy. Everybody just know Woodsy. So everywhere we go now, we say Woodsy. And a Woodsy who so don't want nobody to know who he is Woodsy, have on a t-shirt mark Woodsy. I say, how dumb could that be? If you don't want nobody to know that you're Woodsy, we're putting our Woodsy t-shirt for. Anyway, that's my boy, that's my brother. I tell you, I love him like a brother from the same mother. Really, really nice and decent, genuine young man. And just like the other one, the other Woodsy, my friend from Calico, who I called yesterday. Yesterday I had a really one of those days where I just wanted to just scream. I was having one of those days. Kid is up next. Did DJ say early kid? Okay, right. So in the meantime, while did you get inside? I was having one of those days yesterday where I just wanted to just scream. So I said, let me call my buddy Woodsy. Because he's one of those persons who, you know, Woodsy from Calico. This is Woodsy Calico now with the chicken truck now. He's one of those persons that, you know, this thing, you know what I mean? You could call Woodsy any hour, anytime, anything. He say, Woodsy boy, something I need your help. And Woodsy will come. So I call Woodsy now. Say, Woodsy boy, I need to vent. You know what I mean? I want to talk. I have things going on in my mind. I need to talk. I need to get it. I just have things going. So many things happening. And I need to talk. Yeah, okay, here we go. So I talking with the telling Woodsy, I need to imagine this and this and this and this. And yeah. And this and this. Yeah. And this and this. And all he's saying is yeah. And I say, are you even listening to me? Like, he was not even listening to me. Woodsy, you need to apologize to me. That's Vincey Woodsy from the chicken trailer. You need to apologize to me. You hurt my feelings yesterday, Woodsy. You hurt my feelings. I called you to vent. I needed a shoulder to cry on. I called you, Woodsy, just to a listening ear. And all you did, you were just like, yeah, okay. No, really? He didn't even, I didn't even feel like if you were engaging in what I was saying. And you hurt my feeling, Woodsy. And for that, you shall pay the price, Woodsy, for getting me some drinks. Non-alcoholic, of course, by Miss Tony. And when you go by Miss Tony, say good morning to the love of my life, Mrs. Lane, who always tell me, I want to walk you down the aisles. I said, Mrs. Lane, you're trying to mash up happy homes. Mrs. Lane, you want to mash up my family? How could you do that to me? Why would you want to do that to me? She come and tell me, Bing, I really love you. Come, let's walk down the aisle. Mrs. Lane, do not do that. Do not. I am a stable family man. Don't try to mash up my family, Mrs. Lane. I told his mini man. Let's kill a man, a real family. You know them, them they feel them good. Anything they want, they could get that. So, Bing this, so she could get Bing. Good morning to you, Mrs. Lane. I love you daily, darling. I want to say good morning to my brother in Frankie at King's Auto, and I'm saying good morning to him, especially because he provided some services for me recently. King's Auto is the company that does trail towing. When you get into accidents, you tow. I've been having some unfortunate incidents recently with some vehicle problems and accidents. And King's Auto, if you need to get the best service, I tell you, call him 24 hours. He will be there in a jiffy. King's Auto, located in Arnesville, and they also do great work as well. My buddy Frankie, good morning to you. Thank you. I'm giving you this one free because I think you deserve it. You came through for me several times within the last couple of months. I don't know what's been going on with my family. You know what I mean? Accident. The Mazda, park up. Somebody come around, park up on the side of the road and not driving. Man come around, run into it. Bam! Hit it. Crash. I don't want to get into the others. But Frankie, thank you very much, buddy. If you need to get your vehicle towed, if you need towing services, if you need to get your vehicle fixed, if you got serious body lash, it's tow truck is who move your thing, yeah? Let me give you his number there because he really deserves to get the credit. Frankie he's been coming through for me, and I really, really, really do appreciate you, Frankie. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate what you do, and on the service, most of all. You always, and I've never called Frankie and he said he can't make it. All right, you can call King's Auto's office at 457-4074, or you can call him on his personal number at 526-7051. And he does estimates. If you crash, he'll do the estimate. He will source the parts. He will also fix your vehicle and bring it back brand new, like if nothing has happened to it. So Frankie, King's Auto, please support young hard working man from the ground up, from the salt of the earth. He's really, really, really hard working person, and he's got great service, got a great staff. Like I say, you can call him at any time. Any towing service you need, call him. Remember, this is the numbers again. The office is at 457-4074. You can call his mobile number at 526-7051. Please give him a call. I'm speaking from experience because he came through for me within recent time, and a number of time, and not just recently. He's been coming through for me all the time. I've never called him, and he's never said he can't make it now. He's always, and he's not doing it to me just because I'm a friend, but he's doing it for me as a customer as well. So you will get that same treatment. Thank you very much, guys. Until tomorrow morning, God's willing. Hopefully, because people are saying on the Facebook Live that the station is cutting out more and more. So we're gonna try and see if we can get that sorted out. Hopefully, once we get it sorted out, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Mazai Jack, morning, buddy. Yeah, Mazai morning. Mazai say you talking Brooklyn Woodsy. Yeah, Brooklyn Woodsy. And you got a Vinci Woodsy, large up Woodsy. Somebody saying large up Woodsy, really nice guy. Was it Friday? You say when son? Was it Friday? You say you got by Woodsy. The is not go off. Is what you say? What it called? Shucks. Woodsy work on having high road available, please and thanks at Woodsy's in New York, and that's how somebody's saying. Yeah, that's somebody's saying there. Yeah, cassava fries. Yeah, they say. The only place you can get cassava fries in the world, you can't even get in St. Vincent, but you can get at Woodsy's restaurant. in Brooklyn, New York City. Check them out and tell them you want some cassava fries. Until tomorrow morning, God's willing, hopefully, when you're back, we're going to love you. Yeah, Shady? Bring it. You ready? Let's go, buddy. Let's go, my buddy. Let's go. Comments, man, Shady. Let's go. With the comments, man. Hey, Kid is up next. Stay tuned. Don't you move a muscle. These guys are going to take you up until, 1 o'clock? Yeah, until then, we're going to love you.
Boom 1069 is trending.
Turn up the music. Turn down the light.
Blazing on the air at 1069 FM.
What does this button do? Lord, have mercy.
On your phone or device at tunein.com or on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Boom SBG 1069.
Dougie, you told me he been on some positive. Yeah.